All right, and make sure the microphone is working. It is working. Awesome.
Coronavirus.
Corona.
Welcome to the Action Surge.
No shame.
Welcome to the Action Surge. We are doing some Golden Company tonight. Dragon Heist. Last time you guys made some deals with some
Everybody.
some shady drow and Silverhand.
Hey, L-Dog's here.
Oh, what's up, Elvis?
What's up, Elvis?
And Silverhand, who's the leader of Waterdeep. Both of which offered you some gold to find the gold, and Jarl Axel, the drow, had a side deal as well to get something called the Dragon Staff of something, which he says is in the possession of a gold dragon that's set to guard the vault. Other than that, you guys had your grand opening. It was crashed by some thugs from Xanatar's gang, and they came in and caused quite a commotion. You guys salvaged it for the most part for the night, but not enough to not get a harsh article in the Waterdeep Wazoo the next day, and I think that was it.
Yeah,
I think that was it.
Pretty much.
Did we actually agree to do this for your Axel, or did you just get offered it?
I believe you were offered, but you seemed very optimistic about it at the time.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't actually agree. We agreed to Silverhand, and that was it. That was the only confirmation we gave. Yeah. We told what's his name we'd think about it.
Yeah.
So you have officially confirmed with Laurel Silverhand, and you have not officially confirmed with.
We gotta get back to him, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So let's do like a little opening. Let's do like a little opening blurb. What are each of you doing at the Troll Skull Manor? What time of the day should it be? Maybe right before the big evening rush. Like what are each of you kind of doing?
I'm probably talking to Hammond, like trying to get us stocked up.
Like ale and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Trying to score a free keg or two.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's already shit talking the stuff that he sold you last week. He's like, oh, that's horse piss. You need to try this new stuff, like from Dwarven Hammer Ale.
Lifts over your shoulder, going, "Told ya." It's got it written on the bottom.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, and I'll try some.
All right. What is Derek doing?
Me, I'm just trying to make myself presentable and get ready to greet people and schmooze for the evening.
Excellent.
Making sure the kitchen's up and running properly, blah blah blah. Not know anything about cooking, just making sure everybody's there, fires are lit, that kind of shit.
Well, my sausages were a big hit last time.
Good points. They can earn points.
Your sausage is always a big hit.
I'm making a slideshow of why I need a bear license.
roll persuasion.
And who are you making this presentation to?
Everyone. Even the people that walk
Where are you
in.
going to get to sit down to watch it, though?
12.
Okay. How persuasive you are on a scale of 1 to 20.
So you have people walking in the door, he's like, now, how would you like to see a dancing bear in here? Take it home.
Taking a poll.
You might actually get some drum up some interest.
Maybe if it was a wrestling bear.
Look, I have 20 people begging for a dancing bear. The rest say, what's a bear?
What about Cat?
Oh. Just kind of watching people, see who's easy target for pickpocketing.
Are you stealing from the patrons?
Yes.
Of course she is. Give me that sleight of hand.
Yes. I will.
mean, I feel like we're naturally keeping an eye on them too anyway.
21.
Keeping an eye on who?
You're stealing from the customers. What did you score? What are you after? Just anything that looks valuable, or okay? Yeah, you end up with a very with a silver locket, and a purse full of 50 gold.
When you open the locket, there's a picture of a guy like.
It's engraved Chaz.
That's me like Gimli.
What is Eleanor doing?
I'm going behind her and pickpocketing the same people with her weapons.
Give me a
If
sleight
there's
of
any
hand.
knives.
It's like they like take your coat and then they take everything.
Homegirl's gotta take everything.
21.
Oh my god!
I mean, as long as we don't get caught.
Yeah, these people will be leaving
Hey,
naked and
we're
not even
making
notice, you
nothing
know what I'm
but
saying?
profit.
Like,
Nothing
Just
but
like,
profit.
this was easy.
Only if they share. Like if we don't know anything about this,
This goes in the tip jar. It's okay.
yeah, you just.
People just put their whole purses
She
in the
puts
tip
2
jar.
gold in the tip jar.
which I rolled a whopping 4 on my perception, so I don't know.
Oh, can we do that?
I just figured
I
what the
feel
hell.
like we always have an eye on them anyway.
Yeah, you can roll perception.
Oh no.
Nobody
We
sees
go in
them.
Nobody sees them.
Cat steals money. You stole. So you actually get this. You get some like rudimentary like basic bitch daggers, but you get this one nice dagger. It's like a silver filigree to it on the pommel, and it's looks like it's probably worth about 50 gold.
Nice.
Yeah, so, I'm stealing people's
Good
fingers.
friends.
No. So what I imagine
Hey,
Baby
Troy.
Rav doing is, so I'm assuming there's like a little bar, and behind that bar they have like all the bottles on display and such, or kegs or whatever. I can imagine her taking down the bottles and putting up her jars of like freaking like babies and eyeballs and pickled fingers and.
Somebody's gonna eat those.
So you're taking some
No, it's on display.
so you're proudly showing your
Yes.
collection of.
I found this on the roadside.
Yeah.
Hey Troy, come to Twitch.
Hey Troy. Are they impressed?
You just put them up in like one part of the bar, or like?
Oh, I'm taking like as much as I can accumulate.
They are an oddity to be sure. You are getting some traffic, but the reaction is not pleasant. People kind of like throwing up in their mouths and gagging, and then like people.
Anytime they throw up, I'm like,
so
In the
maybe
bucket,
it's
please.
maybe it's what you want to see.
yeah,
But it's definitely not
what they want to see.
what they want to see.
See, at least the bear wouldn't
Some
run
more-
them off.
Some more fuel for
Our
the
saving
wazoo.
grace is that she hasn't had a lot of time to collect stuff.
True.
The wazoo. Alright.
What's
And,
your Discord name? Troy said. Who's Troy?
Which one of ours?
We all got Discord names.
I think he's talking about this stream.
What? He said, what's your Discord name?
Yeah, probably talking about the stream.
Oh.
And so and then just to get some business up front out of the way.
Oh, I finally blocked that out.
Terry, roll me a D100.
Business.
62.
Okay.
We're now 62 gold in debt. Just kidding.
Probably. I mean, people can't pay their bar tabs because they're broke. I was sworn I left the house with money.
They
What happened?
they updated. I'm so happy.
Alright.
At least it's so much
Yeah, so
easier
you
to
guys
read.
are over the past
Oh, okay.
over the past 2 weeks, you guys have managed to make a profit of 25 gold total. after expenses, and there's some problems.
Alrighty then.
Rats.
Ah, that's right.
I got
Rats.
it.
We had the rat mission this week.
Sniff, 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 like Scooby-Doo style.
There are rats, and they just seem to like no matter how many you eat, like you actually get full, and they just keep coming.
It's a lot of rat.
Do I have a source of where they're coming and going?
Would you like to investigate?
Yes. So investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. 10.
Okay. So you're gonna find some. You're gonna find various holes that lead to the outside that the rats are coming in through. And there's a lot of them.
Okay.
I feel this is something we should already pay for. With the remodel. I said, I feel like this is something we should already got taken care of with the remodel.
You did.
Oh.
These are new.
Can we ask our ghost friend what he's noticed or if he's had an issue with this before?
Yeah.
It's the mice.
Yeah, he says, Lift will say, I haven't seen anything, but we didn't have much of a problem with rats before.
Interesting.
I mean, when the place was up and running, it's very well insulated.
I wonder if this is a Xanatar thing. For kicking their asses last time.
You just see me sticking
Well,
a bolt in the crossbow.
see what you can figure out, Animal Control.
You want me to turn into a cat and eat him, don't we?
No, let's figure out.
No, you'll
Where
fill
am
up
I?
quite quick.
I mean, I have a friend that could do it.
Don't you have speak with animals? Just ask them.
Right, find me a
We
rat.
need to hear about this bear thing, alright?
Damn, up to 22 viewers.
Yay! Thank you for coming in, everybody.
Yeah, totally. Thanks for hanging out.
Right, find me a rat.
Get done.
I thought you were saying rat.
Give me a survival check. Whoever's looking for rats.
Oh,
21.
24.
Ooh, girl, we each have a rat.
Yeah, so you both find rats. Which the DC for was like 5 because they're everywhere.
Yeah, they're like at our feet. We're like, where are the rats?
So yeah, so you've got rats.
I guess I'll talk to it.
Okay, what are you gonna say?
What are you doing in my house? Mouse.
So you use speak with animals.
Yep.
Right. And the little mouse or the rat is gonna squeak to you. It's gonna go, "This is where all the food is."
Can't you go somewhere else?
It said, "I just followed the trail.
What trail?
The trail of food."
It's following a trail of food.
Well, ask them where the trail is.
Show me the trail.
Okay.
You frustrated.
Well, you're talking to a rat. No, just kidding.
And responding. Alright, I'll follow it to where it takes me.
Yeah, if you set it down on the floor, it'll take you to one of these holes, and it'll turn back and it'll say, there was a bunch of food leading into here through the sewers.
Food in the sewers leading here.
So someone baited us.
Yep.
That's nice.
What we do is we move them somewhere else.
Now, would someone else like to make an investigation check?
I will.
Okay.
11.
Okay. Did you say you wanted to as well?
I was checking what my stat was. It's not that great.
Okay. So now that you're really looking at these holes, these are not just like these holes aren't like chewed through the thing. These holes are like perfectly round.
Good call.
Yep. I think it's them Zant bastards.
You mean rat bastards?
No, it's Zant.
Let's pick up another rat.
So where's the closest like sewer access? So
There's
something I could figure out. Like, I want to see the other side of the hole.
No, like out on the outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And there's plenty of holes to choose from. There's probably like 17.
Oh, I mean,
whole place.
Okay. So this is just going to the outside of the house. It's not going into the sewer.
Yeah. It's literally just going to the outside, like to the streets. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is probably why it's been a little drafty as well.
I have been getting cold at night. But someone keeps stealing the blanket.
That's what I do.
And everything else.
That's what I do.
Alrighty then.
And so in the midst of all this, your best friend Raynor is going to come through the door, and he's going to give you guys a big old wave, and Floon's playing in the background, of course, and he's a fantastic bard, so he's really everybody's just in a great mood, despite all these rats everywhere, and he's going to come over and he's going to say, hey, heard you were looking for some work.
Yes, indeed. We got bills to pay.
Yeah, as he watches a rat skull across the floor, it's like,
sabotage. No, he's a partner. He needs to know.
sabotage from whom?
We're thinking. I don't know who we're thinking. Xants are at the top of my list, but somebody's been drilling holes and baiting rats to come to us.
Sounds like we need some security.
Sounds like I need some rat poison.
The solution is not killing them, it's taking them somewhere else.
Spoken like a true druid.
Well, you work on that.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have a plan of where to put them. And get a bear license.
It's all about the bear license. So, what kind of work do you have?
One of my friends was listening to me go on and on about you. You might have heard of her. Her name is Vajra. She's the current holder of the Black Staff. Which in Waterdeep is like the highest position a mage can strive for. Like they're in charge of like magic.
Yeah, it's popcorn. No, you can't have it. Interesting.
But he says,
and what's her name again?
her name is Vajra. Vajra.
Vajra.
Yeah. Vajra Shafar. What's up, Dante? Yeah.
Okay.
And he says, well, apparently there's a bit of a problem out in the waters. A dragon has been lurking near the harbors and is scaring the sailors. And
was it the golden dragon?
it was. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what kind of dragon.
Could have
it
swore I
was.
seen one the other night, but could
I
just
think
be
it was brass.
Bronze.
Bronze. There you go.
I think the girls seen it.
Hmm?
And you didn't believe it. Or were you one of the ones who seen it?
I've probably seen it.
But yeah, so
No, I think we saw it. And we were like, we just saw it.
Yes.
Or maybe I failed my perception.
I know I failed mine.
So he says, hey, there's so there's this dragon out there scaring the sailors. Vajra, I was talking to Vajra. Vajra said if I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind going out there and seeing what it wants.
Who else seen the leprechaun say, yeah?
Yeah.
You mean the movie or like an actual
I don't
leprechaun?
know. That's not John.
Yeah. That sounds like something that's right up our alley.
I thought it was a sewer.
Not that bear outside, I guess. It's trying to sound a bit better now. People drilling holes in our walls and shit.
And yeah, and so he says you'll have to go down to the dock ward. You have to get a boat. You have to actually go out and get it. Apparently, it doesn't come but so close to the harbor.
That sounds like a plan. A good plan.
So what does this Vajra have to do with it then?
She was just the one who
That's all.
who wants somebody to look into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
And of course, I imagine she has some form of payment in mind, although she didn't mention it at the time.
Oh, well, maybe we're a little busy right now. She doesn't have payment.
No. He's sure she has payment. He just doesn't know what it is.
Oh.
But I mean, it
You know
can't.
those rich people, they don't ever ask numbers.
But also, it can't hurt to be on the high mage of Waterdeep's good side.
Good point. Indeed.
Yeah.
Are we splitting the party again?
No. No, we're taking the whole party for dragon conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon conversations.
She seemed to think it would be pretty safe. Just go out and find out what it's doing. It's one of the shiny ones, so you know.
A little more.
What could go wrong?
What does he mean by shiny ones?
The good
Do I know
kind.
what that means?
The good kind.
Well, so there's the dull, drab, evil dragons, and there's the shiny, bright, happy dragons.
This is a shiny, bright, happy dragon?
From what I hear.
Okay. Alright. I mean, do we want to talk to Vajra or just go straight to investigating?
Let's just go straight to investigating.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like he's up the chain a little bit.
Oh yeah, and you'll just report back to me. You probably won't be able to talk to Vajra.
Okay. Great.
To the docks.
Yep.
See what's got to be a dragon.
And do we have a plan for the rats?
We're poison initially, and then we need to figure out who's doing this to begin with. Probably have to hire somebody to patch the holes.
Well, there's also
What if they can do it for $25?
I mean, there's always, get a bit of wood, some springs, and some cheese. You can always chop them.
Become the pipe piper.
Now, if you can manage
It's up
that,
to the druid.
I mean, if you can manage that, by all means.
Traps or poisons, it's your call.
rats and dragons in the same time.
Well, if we convince the rats and move the food back to where it came from, then they would have the problem, and then we get a little bit of revenge at the same time.
Once
Without
again,
it looking directly at us.
Yeah.
once again, this is all in your wheelhouse.
Sorry,
Remy.
everybody.
Oh, it's okay.
Remy has a stinky butt.
Jesus God Almighty! That's why I was like,
Reminds
where
me
the
of
hell
Matthew's
is that
like,
dog?
is
He could be dead. I apologize to everybody.
What's up, Neil? Like it?
Hey, what's up, Neil? Like it? What is up?
Everybody check
Yeah,
out Doc.
so-
Yeah, check out Die Hack Studios. Check out Neolycan. Give them both a follow. They're both great. Neolycan streams like video games and stuff, and then Die Hack is our fellow D&D channel.
Yes, indeed.
So, yeah, you are welcome to come up with a plan for the rats. it doesn't work, then they're getting poisoned.
Nope.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Yeah, it's bad business. We can't have rats tramping around with the food.
You don't even wash your hands.
Yeah, but it's D&D times. Nobody does.
He just puts his hands right in it. Puts his hand in the line.
They didn't even use a spatula or anything. Just whose shoe way over here?
It's Remy's shoe.
Well, let me see. Whose shoe? That's mine.
Oh.
Why does he bring it out? Always. This is why I struggle to get to work in the morning. I'm like, where's my
I think
shoe?
it's always that one too.
Yeah, it's just
I
always
was seeing
one.
that one.
He has a left preference. Yes, what do you guys do?
Head to the docks, I suppose.
Okay. So you'll head to the dock ward, and how will you procure a boat?
Charter one, I
I'm
suppose.
sure we could find
Oh, you want to
Yeah.
steal one?
one. I just said we could find one.
Alright.
We can charter one.
Are you looking for the higher end boats, or are you looking for like a lower end, cheaper, or are you looking for an affordable option, or a?
I'm looking for lower end.
As long as we can all fit on it, that's all we need.
Okay.
Ew, Kiki, was it raining?
Alright. Give me a.
She's gonna jump up on here and smudge all my nose. Oh.
Be careful, guys.
Away
She's
from my
wet.
dice. Guys.
Yeah.
What did you get into?
No,
It's
just need
raining,
to check.
I think.
So you'll kind of be wandering down the dock ward, and it's like they're like right in a line. You can see like the top end boats, and then you go down, and you can just see the diminishing in quality, and it goes from like one end of the docks where you have like where Jarl Axel's ships are. And then you have all the way at the other end, you have basically just a washed up, wrecked ship just kind of sitting on the beach.
That's it.
And then right next to the shipwrecked ship, there's a couple small but they're still floating longboats.
Remy's.
Do we still see Jarl Axel's boats? The
big flamboyant.
Oh yeah, they're still out there.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I want a little bit more than a longboat.
We need a longer boat.
Your call, whatever you think. As long as we can afford it.
Well,
Is money really an option?
not really. No, it's not. We're already in debt.
I guess we could start swimming.
No, well, I got the longboat. It'll be fine.
I mean, Raynar can't hook us up. Dude, your balls are wet.
I don't know if he has any boat connections.
That's true.
Dude, get off my character sheet.
She's like, paper only. My butt only requires the nicest of tushies.
You're not a Charmin cat.
It's so incredible.
So yeah, what can we do on the longboats for?
The longboat, they seem to be unattended.
Okay. I'm going to spend a whopping 5 minutes trying to find out who they belong to.
Okay. And as soon as you get close to one, you will see, as you approach, you will this like a goddamn zombie rising from the grave. This sailor man will like kind of rise up out of the boat, and he'll say, looking for a ferry, huh?
Yeah.
Where's the destination?
Yonder.
Raph. Where'd you see the dragon at?
Dragon! I won't sail my boat near no dragon.
Of course, of course.
Not even for 2 gold.
Not even for all the gold.
A lot of gold.
Well,
Well, I didn't see a dragon, but I saw a big fish. And I'm gonna say where the dragon was.
Perception, I can.
His name is Dragon.
So-
We named the catfish dragon. Yes. There's a shark we named Dragon.
It's a monstrous goldfish.
8. So I'm like, the dragon's not there, but the giant winged creature is.
He says,
She means goldfish.
he says there's no fish out there. The dragon's eating them all.
So you know about the dragon.
He says, oh yeah, every sailor knows about the dragon. It's been stalking these ports for weeks. He hasn't taken any ships yet, but it's only a matter of time. He's waiting for the right opportunity.
That's assuming. That's racist.
I see a flying rat.
So no gold at all, huh?
He says, look, I'll let you take the boat if you give me the money, but I'm not taking you out there.
How much money?
He says, well, seeing as how I might not be getting the boat back, I'd say about 5 gold.
Deal.
Fine.
Do you ever give her boobies?
I'll give him 5 gold.
Okay.
You drive a hard bargain.
Alright,
Debate
5
about
gold
bringing this stuff with it.
Hey, we own a boat now.
to the boat.
What's it take to steer a boat?
Alright, and then,
I imagine that I sit at one end and it just goes.
We used to be rowing.
and you have a boat.
Nice.
A skiff, really.
We got a boat.
Oops.
Yay!
Well, I'm practicing my best George Washington pose.
Okay.
You at the helm.
And I'm behind rowing fervently.
Okay. So you guys row out. It takes a little while to get out there in this glorified rowboat, and but eventually you're able to get about to where you think you saw the dragon popping up out of the water, and
Paul's is so cute.
and you'll kind of get out there, and sure enough, when you get far enough out, maybe about 100 feet away or so, this dragon head will pop up out of the water, along with sort of the top half of it, and he'll kind of wave over at you, and he'll say, "Well met."
Greetings, the dragon.
And he'll just kind of swim over a little bit, kind of like doggy paddle, and he'll say, "What brings you out here?"
Actually wanted to have a conversation with you.
With me?
Yes.
And what can we have to talk about?
Well,
It's a
you're
problem.
scaring the locals, and the higher ups were just curious what your interest in the area was.
Well, nothing much. I mean, certainly not those sailors, if that's what you're implying. The name is Xenophon, by the way.
Xenophon, I am Derek. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And he'll kind of just lay on his back and do circles around the boat while he's talking to you, and he'll say, "What a coincidence you come out here. I've been trying to figure out how to procure a little something for quite a while now."
Oh, God.
Yes.
He says, "You see, I've been quite taken with the hobby of exploring the wreckages here at the bottom of the harbor. Lots of good things to be found at the bottom of the sea."
Interesting.
This is true.
He says, "Unfortunately, however, I can't get any closer than what we are right now to the city."
Why is that?
Well, I'm not quite sure. I've heard legends of the dragon staff of Aragorn that lies somewhere within the city, and it almost repels me.
So it's a force holding you back, not a physical thing.
He says, all I can say is that Yeah, he says I can't even I can't get any closer than this or I'll get sick. And so I positively have to turn around. And believe me, I've tried so many times. It's just within my grasp. This curious piece of wreckage.
Really?
Well, I'm not much of a swimmer.
I like to swim. I don't know if I could go to the bottom of the ocean though.
I'm not high enough level.
15 minutes in a harbor, you should be fine.
Oh yeah,
You
really?
can, you can hold your breath for like 15 minutes, right?
I can't turn into Nessie yet.
My features and or traits.
I'm not high enough level to swim yet.
Hold breath. You can hold your breath up to 15 minutes at a time.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, here in like a coastal shelf in the harbor, you should be fine. But I don't want to send you alone.
I'll go with the dragon.
Dragon can't go?
go.
Well, he can like stop me, or he can stop as far as he can go, and then I can swim the rest of the way.
Does this help me?
He says, this is as far as I can go.
Oh, right here?
Mm-hmm.
Well, where is it?
And he points kind of obscurely towards the city, and then his finger kind of points down into the water. He says, right about there.
Can I duck my head under the water and see what I can see?
Give me a perception.
Perception.
While she's doing that,
Perception.
I'm going to point out those brightly colored ships.
Mhm.
You see one of those coming out here? Beat feet, beat wings, whatever. They're trying to capture you.
He says, ooh, curious. You know, they've got something curious as well I've been wanting to know about.
Ooh,
Do
tell.
Yeah, we're like tea time.
He says,
Tea time in the harbor. Oh,
he
God.
says, well, since every relationship is based off of reciprocity, I suppose I could let a little bit of tea spill. He says, they have a secret ship under their ship.
Oh,
Very curious indeed.
interesting.
I'm not sure I follow that. I'm intrigued.
19.
19. You the water is cleared up to a certain point, but even it is too far away to see it from here. For you, he claims he can see it just fine.
Oh, is it like a ship or is it like another type of wreckage? Like
He says, "Oh yes, a wrecked ship." He says, "Now, if you're worried about going to the bottom by yourself, I have seen. Well, I see so many things in the harbor here, but I have seen a strange contraption that crawls the bottom like a crab.
Is it a crab?
I'm not sure exactly.
Interesting.
I'm not sure exactly where it comes from, but I assume that." And he points up to the harbor or to the dock ward again. Kind of over on, let's see here. Kind of over where that wrecked ship was.
Mhm.
He says, I believe it usually enters the water from somewhere over there. Perhaps they can help you.
That sounds fishy. No pun intended.
Do. Need a miniature drum
So
set.
some type of apparatus. We got a general idea where it comes into the water.
Anybody got a spell for breathing in the water?
I do not.
I definitely do not.
I don't know if there's any options for purchase, like a potion or something like that. Scroll. Did you want to take a quick look?
Yeah, I have no problem doing that.
Just down and back real quick? So
Yeah.
you can pinpoint the wreck?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I'll go do that.
Okay. Give me a perception.
Now I'm gonna roll terribly.
You can find the wreckage if you swim long enough. This is from something else.
6.
Okay. So yeah, so how close do you want to get to the wreckage?
I guess he said like enough to get like just a quick look and then swim back.
Okay. Yeah, you get a quick look. You can see the wreckage at the bottom. It looks like it was a big old ship. And you can't really see any like identifying markings on it or anything, but you can see the ship, like the wreckage.
Okay.
And it's just sitting there at the bottom.
Third level spell.
And I don't see any like sea creatures that maybe like
Yeah,
fish.
well-
Yeah, you see plenty of fish. You can see like an octopus crawling across the floor.
Nothing crazy looking or mean.
Mm-mm.
Alright, then I'll swim back up and poke my head out.
Not with the snakes.
Listen, I rolled a 19 before, but that wasn't good enough.
It was good enough to see the ship.
No, it wasn't.
Huh?
Yeah, I didn't even get to see anything. You were like, oh, you can't see, it's too far away. So I didn't even still see anything, so...
So I'm curious whether we could find someone to cast water breathing upon us. Because it lasts 24 hours, affects up to 10 people.
What are you proposing? We all go down and explore the ship?
And then we can just walk our happy self back up.
Well, we've met that one woman at that one library. She had some spells, some scrolls and whatnot.
Is that the one cat let the monster eat her and the cat?
No, I saved them.
And then let them walk back in.
I saved a cat first, and I didn't want to care, but then I had to care.
With our connections in Waterdeep, that shouldn't propose too big a problem.
Well, I'm thinking with the 24-hour duration, I mean, we don't need to find a scroll if we can just find somebody to cast it on us.
As long as we don't need a license to,
We have an adventuring license. I'm sure that covers underwater as well.
what kind of license do you need to explore the Titanic? Do I need like a certain license to explore the Titanic?
A salvaging license.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's an option.
Oh, hey, T Diddy.
Hey, what's up, T Diddy?
And I'm discussing this right on the boat as we're waiting on Raph.
Okay.
I wouldn't know the exact effects of water breathing, but you know, just discussing having it cast on us.
Magic.
Yeah. Can we get somebody to cast a spell on us?
Give me an intelligence check, maybe.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
Or Arcana? Or
Just intelligence, I guess.
11.
11. So there may be a couple options for you, because you have some wizardly connections, kind of. Vajra through Raynor, he could maybe get you some something that allows you to breathe underwater. You also talked to that lady that owned the tavern before, and she.
Alcoria?
Yeah,
The dwarf?
and she seemed to be quite magically inclined. And then I think one of your neighbors also might have
The one we
a
haven't,
shop.
the one we haven't talked to yet.
The golden golden bookworm or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
right, right.
the Dragonborn guy.
Mm-hmm.
Dragonborn.
Golden
The
Dragonborn.
bookworm's treasure. Is that what it's called?
I believe so. Yeah.
With a Y. Does anyone know?
Well, he's a Dragonborn. I mean, if he didn't go with the Y, it might be concerned.
So there's him, and then also, and then you think Fala as well from Corellan's Crown, who is a potion brewer.
Yeah. He's oh, wait. No, he wasn't the shady one. Shady one was Schemo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then you got Schemo too. So.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to frequent Schemo that much. Considering we determined most of the stuff was snake oil.
Yes. Sometimes literally.
So yeah, I think we will have to peruse our options, and then
Hey, what's going on?
just where we meet you again.
Come say hi.
And he says, "Oh, I'm never far."
Very well.
Sounds good to me.
Your shoulders are too big, boy. You can't. You're gonna try.
Yeah, so that sounds like a plan.
You're just gonna stand.
Head back into
Right.
town and hit up our contacts and see what can be done.
Okay. And so you go back to town. Who would you like to talk to?
Well, I'd kind of like to talk with Alcoria. Well, let's talk with our neighbors first.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, you didn't leave Ravaractus behind, did you?
No.
Oh.
We're waiting on her.
He just like popped back up
Yeah.
and just the dragon sitting there.
Where's my spawn pirates button?
Yeah, I guess we could hit up the bookworm treasure first. He was he was a nice
And the potion guy.
And the potion guy.
Priates, prictus,
Priades.
priates.
Alright, I know how to spell pirate, guys.
Oh.
Do you?
That's what you say, Nick.
P-I-R-A-T-E-S.
Did you read the screen?
No, I can't see it.
Priates. That sounds like a car.
It's multiple Priuses.
Alright, so when you guys enter the bookworm's treasure, the golden dragonborn behind the counter will kind of look up and adjust his spectacles, and he says,
That's just too cute.
and he says,
Pirates.
and he kind of goes into his whole like spiel. He says, welcome to the bookworm's treasure, where you'll find the true treasure is knowledge, and blah blah blah. And then he goes, he adjusts his spectacles, and he goes, "Oh, it's you." He says, "Well met. How are the neighbors? How are you settling in? Rashal at your service."
Greetings, I'm Derek.
Good to see you again.
We were seeking information, actually.
Oh, well, you've come to the right place.
Well, we have found ourselves, we need to do a job underwater. So, other than having someone cast a spell on us, do you know of any other ways for,
He says, well,
efficient underwater exploration?
yes, water breathing is very much in. He says,
It's been a thing.
he said, let's see, specifically for water.
It's my wildfire spirit not working water.
What's the name of the
Doesn't
store?
say it
The
won't.
golden what?
The bookworm's
The
treasure.
bookworm's treasure.
He's got a list of stuff for sale. I'm kind of looking at it to see if there's anything that's particularly helpful underwater. Which I don't think there is anything particularly helpful.
No aqua loans or anything.
Well, yeah, there's water breathing. Yeah. He has
Tried it.
scrolls for water breathing.
At like 50 a pop.
Closer to 150 actually. They are
Third level spell.
I got 50.
taxing to make.
Got 110.
He says, "Now you are neighbors. Of course, we scratch each other's backs, and I have quite enjoyed my time at your tavern. Are you getting the rat thing sorted out? I didn't know if it was if you were going for that or if that was."
That's in progress.
We're getting a bear to get rid of it.
I wanted to get the bear to keep people from drilling more holes.
See?
So he says. He says we have water breathing. We have and he'll go over and he'll start kind of like sorting through scrolls. And he says polymorph perhaps turn into a fish.
Doesn't seem very useful.
What kind of fish?
Any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's.
2.
Could turn into Nessie. Be a whole bunch of Nessies at the bottom.
Those do go for 300 gold apiece.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, I'm willing to give you a discount. I can do half off for friends and neighbors.
It doesn't seem
What about
very
free,
viable in terms of self-defense if it came to that.
what about Free Friday?
What, water breathing?
No, polymorph.
Polymorph? No. Plus, I'd like something to let us all go.
Right.
I could be a wolf underwater with
Water breathing.
Feel forward breathing.
And then he says, and then there's, well, if you're going underwater, forget I mentioned it.
No,
But you didn't mention it.
Do go on.
He says, I hesitate to mention her. She's quite the odd bird, but she does explore the harbor quite often.
And who is?
Her name is Grinda, Grinda Garloff. She lives over in the dock ward. Last I heard, she has some crazy contraption that she plunges the depths with. Like I said, very odd person.
In what way?
She's it's hard to describe, but she's quite out of her mind.
Oh. Well, I mean, perhaps it wouldn't hurt to talk to her.
Yeah.
Am I going to have to talk to fish?
Well,
This is as much going to be.
probably not.
I like how the next search was again.
So,
Guess we're paying a visit.
well, thank you very much for your help.
You've been very helpful. Thank you so much.
But we're broke.
Just don't mention me if you go see her.
Have you had a run-in with this individual?
Quite a few.
Oh, I see.
Hmm?
I see, okay.
She regularly comes to my store and demands things at discount prices, and
Oh, say no more.
she's tried to return a number of spell scrolls after she's used them, claiming that they didn't have the intended effect.
She
But I
always
know very well that they did.
I know the type.
My scrolls always work.
Seems like he's got a reptile just.
All right. Well, that was definitely interesting. So potion. Next, I think we'll run the same problem as only one person. Yada yada yada.
I mean, unless we buy multiple, like maybe we can get a bulk discount. I'm not.
Is there a grouping?
The water breathing costs. He's willing to give you a discount on it since you are friends and neighbors. The water breathing would be 75 gold, and then
I can do half.
Yeah.
I said I can do half. Honestly.
Half of 75. Well, I still got the group fund of 150.
Well, no. Let's go with 50 and 50. Because I'm not that smart, remember?
I wouldn't say no.
I got 50.
Just take it. Okay.
We have no goal.
So Ravrakis, like, pulls out 65 gold.
Okay.
from her pouch as well. Useless. She throws it over her shoulder, but I imagine Derek catches it. She's like, gotta make room for knuckle bones. Whoop! There you go.
This is how you really make money.
Have stupid friends and just throw it away.
No, with the knuckle bones.
Well, I am very interested in this contraption.
Yeah.
This Grinda Garlock.
Well, we could always use somebody that's been down there to help us.
What do you mean?
Like have the contraption go with it. Backup plan.
I'm not following.
Get the scroll, go down with it anyway.
I like what you think, yeah.
He gets me.
Okay.
What he's saying is, we may use the contraption, but it'd be nice to have the scroll, just in case.
Oh, I thought you were talking about taking somebody else with us.
Do you want to take somebody else with us?
Yeah, check for it. We don't know what this dragon's after.
We'll bring the horde of rats with us.
Wait. You can get the horde of rats to go underwater with us, but you can't get them to leave?
There goes your bear angle.
Did I miss a step here?
I need a bear to keep them away.
No, I don't think the natural enemy of the rat is the bear.
Well, an elephant would just run.
So, do we want an audience with Grinda or not?
Let's check all our options. Let's check the potion shop, Alcoria. She might not even have that spell, so.
Okay. I'm assuming.
Since we're here.
I'm assuming we've already left the bookstore.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, did you people really give me your money?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I tossed it over my shoulder. I have no use for this stuff.
I still got like 115.
I trade only in knuckle bones and no other currency.
I'm putting it in the group fund, so.
Group fund is also the name of his sack that he holds all the gold in.
Yeah, see the back? Group fund.
It's like embroidered
never
in.
leaves my side.
Yeah, it's embroidered in very shittily, like.
Group is a little blurry.
Derek scraped out group fund.
So Corellin's crown, follow Lafalier. Follow Lafalier. Follow.
What are you saying?
I'm saying her name. I'm trying to.
I'm getting.
Who should go first?
And it's pissing me off.
But yeah, potion of water breathing, 250 gold pieces, and Fala is not willing to come off the price.
And it only works on one person?
It only works on one person.
That's no deal. We had a pretty shitty week as far as the inn goes.
Yeah, that's why I'm wanting to get down there. Like maybe we can find some good shit.
How many rats do we
Make
have?
our payments.
I'm gonna do there.
I was gonna say maybe we can make coats out of the rats and just start selling the coats on the side. We won't tell people that it's rat skin.
Rat fur
Rat
coats.
fur coats. They seem to be staying
There were
warm.
50 rats in this coat. Don't even take the tails off.
Ew!
It's like that dangly fringe.
Oh, motorcycle jackets.
It's embroidery.
That's how we sew the name on.
Rat tail embroidered.
Oh.
Get your last name, put on the back.
So yeah, and I don't know if I want to go to Alcoria. I guess I could just not say what we're actually going for.
Okoria.
The dwarven mage.
Yeah, she is difficult to find. And you quickly find that no one actually knows where she lives. Apparently,
Did she give us any form of contact before she left when we last saw her?
she just said she'd be by again. So,
Yeah.
which is kind of apparently how she lives her life. Yeah, just talking to people. Like I said, like the rumor is that wherever she lives, people have theorized that it is underground somewhere and that she teleports in and out.
Whack. Well, I guess the last
Note
thing I
to
could
self.
do.
I like that.
But she's also the one who can do wards and stuff on the like security wards and stuff around the place. Yeah. But she does cost a little bit of money though. I think it's like 400 gold for a ward.
Would it be worth swinging by the Cat's Eye and seeing if they're open yet?
Might as well. I try to swing by every day. They haven't been open yet.
Yeah, the Tiger's Eye. It is
Tiger's Eye.
the Tiger's Eye. Yeah, it is.
We don't even know what they're dealing with.
Yeah, you go up. It looks like it's. I mean, the door is shut. It's a solid door. It's shut. The windows are pulled closed. What do you do when you approach?
Knock per usual.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm looking too. 14.
14. Okay. You think you can hear the sound of something moving inside, and you smell the sweet scent of a pipe, and eventually, if you wait there a few moments, the door will kind of ease open, and you will see this very sharply dressed human man. He has his hair slicked back, and he's got like a very pointed goatee and like a very fancy little swirl mustache, and he's smoking a pipe, and he kind of peeks out the door and he says, "Can I help you?"
Greetings. We're actually your neighbors at the recently reopened Trollsfall Manor.
Oh, yes.
We stopped by several times to offer an invitation to come join us.
He says, "You must forgive me. I don't get I don't get in very much. I'm usually out and about working."
So we find ourselves in the need of possibly some magical items or help, and we're actually just curious what you do.
Oh, I'm afraid I can't help you as far as magic items go, but I can inform you about what I do here.
Yes, we're quite curious.
I gather information. I'm a bit of a private investigator.
Oh, nice.
Okay. By the way, very nice mustache.
And he says, well, one must look their best, even if you are undercover.
Fair enough.
Well, we may not have need of your services in the future. Not in this particular time frame, but so how would we get hold of you? Like leave a note under the door, or?
He says, that's one way, yes. That'll work just fine.
Well, excellent. Excellent. Well, hope to see you again.
It was very nice to meet you.
Yeah, and he says, Vincent's the name, by the way. Perhaps I can get your names as well.
Oh, Derek.
Barthol.
Hunter.
Cat.
Rosina.
Avaracus.
I've never seen a lizard folk up so close. Is it true they eat human flesh?
Oh, sorry, were you talking to me? I was observing your flesh.
And,
I mean,
he'll open the door a little. He's quite short. He might be about the same height as Derek.
oh, Derek, you're short.
It's
5 foot.
it's canon. And so yes, he's probably about 5 feet. And but he's going to curiously like go and kind of investigate Rabarakis, and no fear whatsoever, just kind of very curious. And then he'll step back, and you can see inside this building is kind of ramshackle from the outside. You can see it is lavishly decorated on the inside, like it looks like a house, like a room in like a castle, like a royal mansion.
That
Nice.
has a
Like the
fancy
walls are like painted with these scenes of like angelic, like it's pretty regal.
No. See how good the walls look? He definitely does not have a bear.
You're right, he has two, so they play with each other so they don't ruin the wall.
And he says, yeah, stop by anytime.
And feel free to stop by Troll Skull.
Perhaps I will. But will you recognize me? Maybe not.
That would be interesting to see. Or not.
Just ask for the spicy sausage and we'll know who you are.
No, you
Don't-
tell everybody.
Don't ever ask about the spicy sausage. We have so many sexual harassment cases.
Alrighty then. That was definitely interesting. We might use him to find out more about the thing.
Absolutely. Alright.
The horde.
Oh.
Or the stone. We got no leads on stone right now.
Alright. Where's your next?
Well, there's
And
only
the Golden
really...
Company's off.
Grinda.
Brenda's our only...
Oh wait, before we leave this area, I'm going to go ahead and buy that scroll.
Okay. One scroll.
Yes.
Alright, 75 gold.
24 hours and 10 people. I hope we would not need more than one scroll.
Huh?
I said 24 hours for 10 people. I would hope we wouldn't need more than one scroll.
Well, that's all we need.
Hmm?
That would be all... What else would we need?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other people.
No. Work 10 people. But I'm still curious about this apparatus.
Oh, hey, what's up, Devastation?
Oh, I am too.
No
Hey,
yawning.
Devastation.
He said no yawning.
No yawning. Lathander Bros.
Yeah, we're
that's,
just gonna yawn that much
Huh?
more.
that's dark and night.
Oh, is he not a Lathander Bro?
I don't think so. I know. Shake my
For
head.
shame. Alright.
Yeah, I'm very curious about this Grinda Garlock.
Alright.
But the mystery is solved with the tiger of that.
So down
I don't trust him.
Down to the
Down
bottom
to
of
the
sea.
to the backboard. To the mist
Sorry.
shores.
I don't know why. It's something in my future. Tigers and pipes. People looking like other people. I just don't trust them.
Look at he's a
Saluting all
People
Yeah,
looking like other people.
To be fair, I don't
Make
trust
being a
anyone in
police.
this city.
I mean, what? Salune all the way. Salune! Wait. I don't know what to do.
Wait a second.
Sylvain?
Down to the dockboard, to the mist shore. Reeks of fish and scorched timber. You can see a lot of the buildings are still nothing more than burnt out shells with like people are making do. You can see that there people have sails kind of for they've like rigged up sails for temporary roofs and fishing poles and nets kind of line the docks down here. And this is actually right where that that big crashed ship up on shore is.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you're approaching it from the front, or from this from a different angle, you can see the name kind of plainly displayed, and the name of the ship was the Kraken's Falling. You can also see that there's a number of ne'er-do-wells kind of slumming about on the wreckage. But It won't take long to find Grinda's place because it is the only building that is seems to have been untouched by whatever fire swept through here.
Don't look at me.
That's not.
She totally started that fire.
Hey, all I know is we didn't start the
It was always
It
burning.
was Ryan.
fire. It was Ryan.
Ryan.
I started.
Oh, I didn't get that. I forgot to write down the dude's name. What was it?
Ryan.
Ryan started.
The tire side.
Vincent.
Vincent, right?
But even though it is the best house in the neighborhood, it is still quite ramshackle and rundown. It's 2 stories and it kind of sits up on a or it might be 3 stories. It kind of sits up on a hill, and then the back half of it is like on stilts. That kind of like the ocean water actually like goes right up under the house, and. Yeah. And just looking on the outside, it does not look very inviting. You can hear a loud wail coming from inside, like a wailing sound, like a woman going like wah! Yeah.
There's a whale in
We'll
there?
get there.
Druid, you're up.
Followed by a string of expletives.
How are you?
Yeah, so I hear like the wailing, and I'm like, and then I hear her like, God damn it, frick, and I'm like, I thought somebody was in danger.
Alrighty. Yeah. We'll go up to the door.
Derek's getting into the group funds.
Already did that.
What do? You get to the front door.
I am knocking.
Alright. You'll knock and she'll say, go away!
Do you want me to take the door off?
I'm just glad you know it's a door now.
I've learned. But I see no use
She's a
for it.
charming person.
Yeah. Do you require assistance?
Is there a window?
Is there a whale in there?
Yeah, there's one.
Can I look through the window?
This is Ravaraka.
Yeah, this
She says,
Good God Almighty, what is that thing?
She says, by the gods, what monster is at the door?
I'm at the window.
She says,
Tap, 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 tap.
she says, you better get out of here. I might not be able to walk so good, but I can still cast a spell or two.
That's what we need.
Oh, you can. Maybe we require assistance.
And she says,
We hear you are quite familiar with the harbor.
yeah, what about it?
Well, we have been requested to retrieve something from the harbor.
Ugh, my voice is getting tired.
Well, perhaps you can
Come
let
on
us
in.
Thank you.
Tea?
And then as you guys start piling in, she says, I didn't know there were so many of you. Why didn't you say so?
You didn't ask.
Why didn't you get up and come to the door and see?
Well, excuse me for living in my own house.
It's okay.
That doesn't explain what you're saying.
I just don't think you can win.
She says, some guests have no manners. And she says, I'll put some tea on. And as you go in, you can see she's she's this older lady. Heavy set, but very very nicely dressed. She's got a dress and a frock and like a shawl. Like she's got layers, like grandma layers. And
Is she
she
an older
says,
woman?
yeah, and she says, shut the door, it's cold. And it's not cold. And
What race is
126
it?
degrees?
human.
Human.
And she goes to get up, but she's like struggling to get up, and she's like just kind of struggling. She's like, oh no, it hurts. Oh, it
Stick my
hurts.
hand out. For help.
Oh, get the hell out of here with that. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Why are you just gonna stand there? You're gonna help me.
You and Grandma.
I feel like in a past life I've punched this grandmother.
And she looks at Eleanor and she says, what's your excuse? Why are you
Turn into something small.
Something smaller. I'll turn into a mini version of you.
That's her excuse.
That's
Yeah.
my excuse.
She says, "Don't pity me."
I just walk away. Go back
And,
to yelling at him.
So he'll help her to the kitchen. She'll begin fiddling with the teapot, and she'll like trying to put some water in it, and it's just a whole ordeal. What are you guys doing while she's doing that?
Just browsing around.
Okay. Although she's very well dressed, her hair is perfect. It's like this like beehive haircut. It's like perfect, right? And
Has she set up
Such
shop
thing.
in her home, or
we mean
is it? I mean, is it obviously a store, or is it just her home?
oh, this is just her home. She doesn't have a shop.
Okay.
This is just her home. But yeah, let's see. Although there is a table with a bunch of like laboratory equipment on it in one of the rooms off to the back toward the back of the house. You can kind of peek in through there. It's not a very big house. And then there's some very narrow stairs that you're just like, how does she even get up those? Like, obviously she can't get to the kitchen. And then a small stove, coat rack, table, stool, stuffed chair, a little wash basin, and then like a wooden sea chest, and then yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a seat and wait on tea.
Okay. And so she'll put that on. She'll start heading back, and she'll see that you've sat down in her seat, and she'll just kind of oh my bones,
It'll do you good to stand.
oh my bones.
No, it's.
Is there no other chairs?
I really like that chair.
Well, allow
very
me.
comfortable. It's the only one I can sit in because of my leg.
Forgive me. I stand up. I'm like,
No, it's okay. You can sit there.
okay.
Oh, ow. Oh. And then she like kind of leans on you, Kat, and she says, "Excuse me, dear. My legs, they hurt.
Oh, you're fine.
I had a terrible accident. Oh."
You know what's hysterical? That's like the exact voice you would use at work. Oh, it's fine.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Meanwhile, holding a dagger.
I'm like trying to pick her pocket.
Don't
Don't worry about it. You get closer to me.
Don't lean on me.
Normally I sit in my chair. It's got the perfect level of comfort for my legs.
It is quite comfortable. Come over. Sit on my lap. I'll rub your legs.
Hardy, you don't want to sit over there.
Rub her bunions.
Here, trust me.
Oh, I think that's the tea. And then she'll like start heading back to the kitchen again.
No, I'll get it.
And she says, "Oh, thank you. What a sweet young man."
After
You and Grandma. Henrietta.
So is it gonna be like grandma that I
And
punch
she
or grandma?
says, "Better manners than some," and she'll shoot Bartholomew a look.
I'd pour her a tea.
Here,
first.
Bartholomew, you could come sit on my lap instead. I'll rub your legs.
So what brings you to old Grinda's house?
Rumor has it that you have spent a good amount of time exploring the harbor.
Oh, yeah. Especially when my leg was better.
It comes as quite a surprise, I must say.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask your advice. Any tips or tricks?
She says, "Excuse me just 1 second." And she's gonna like hobble over to the window and she says, "Get off that ship, you bunch of bums! Go find a job!"
I like this one.
Keep the tea flowing, man. Keep the tea flowing.
Oh, thank you, dear. You're so nice. Such charming young man. What was your name?
Hunter, and I like twirl my ring.
Listen here, Hunter.
Hunter?
You remind me of my late husband.
I'm gonna put
Oh,
the tea back.
yeah. There we go. Here it is.
You were saying. She looks over at Derek. She says, "You were saying."
Yeah. Any tips, tricks, advice? I don't know how well you get around anymore. Maybe a guide.
She says.
In the water, of course. I know walking is an issue.
Oh yeah, she says. Well, when I used to explore, I used my my machine.
Oh, you have a machine.
Yes.
You still have said machine?
Oh yes, yes.
Is it available for rent?
Well, it's a complicated piece of machinery. And then, like, all of a sudden, like, now that you're talking to her about her machine, she's like, she kind of starts walking around just fine, like,
Glory days mode.
yeah, and she's,
Oh, yeah.
but you kind of see this like this reinvigoration like of her mind and body, and she's like she's like, it's a complicated piece of machinery, lots of levers. I've been perfecting it for years. Well, it was my late husband's idea, of course, but I did most of the heavy lifting. He was a good man, but he couldn't think his way out of a paper bag.
I've met a few people like
And then
that.
she gives you a little smile, and she says, "He was good with his hands, though."
Marathon Snickers.
What's so funny?
You don't know if I'm gonna have any minute.
Nothing.
Do I have to roll for this?
I'm also good with my hands.
And she says, "Do you often let the monsters talk? How did you train it?"
Oh, no.
Oh, we're still learning.
She's not a monster. She is a lizard folk. Folk of lizard.
Bunch of cannibalistic people eaters.
We're not cannibalistic. We do eat people, though.
So, Brenda, what?
Thank you for
what
the
would you say-
stereotype, by the way. Push up my glass.
What would you say to
You
one
have
last
glasses.
adventure?
Well, in fact, we don't know how she loses them, but
But they just-
Brad, where did you get those?
Lenora stole them for me. I wanted to wear them.
Through the
I don't say like they don't make your eyesight any better.
Yeah, they just sit on top of my snout. Like, they don't even, I can't even wear them because my eyes are right here. Like,
You were saying Cardinal?
No,
Oh, okay.
she says they make me charming.
Alrighty then.
I'm picturing this one.
There you go.
That's
That does it.
Do you have a bow tie?
I can't see.
No, she doesn't have a bow tie.
She needs a bow tie.
Oh yeah, like it's not even like on my eyes. Like,
She says, "So you're trying to get into the treasure hunting game, are you?"
Treasure? Always.
Well, why else would you be combing the bottom of the harbor?
Not for a dragon, of course.
Like I said, I have a gentleman. I forgot to write down his name. Yeah, lost something on one of the ships. Would like to have it retrieved. And it's, of course, paying a little bit of money.
Oh, please. Look, I've been at this game for too long. She says, "I'll let you use my machine, but I require a service." And she goes back to the window and she says, "Go get a job! I hope you die!"
what you need, job is to die. Get out!
She says, She says, "You see that there wrecked ship?
Mm-hmm.
Might as well be mine. Those hooligans won't get off of it. Go clear them out for me, and I'll let you use the machine."
No, that's easy enough.
Yeah.
I have a friend.
No burning.
Damn it.
You want me to go eat him?
Sure.
Okay.
No.
That's no.
But stop.
Whoa. I can scare him off.
Derek said no, Hunter.
Panther?
Derek said
I'm
no.
saying let's not start with eating. Is what I'm saying.
Torture.
She likes to tenderize.
We'll discuss this outside.
She likes to tenderize her meat before she eats it.
Yeah. The fear makes it taste so much better.
Yes.
Alrighty. To the ship.
God, that means you gotta get out.
He's currently accustomed to the chair.
Do you have an ottoman around?
Lazy boy.
Alright, yeah, to the ship. Clear these thugs out. Even though it's probably not her ship.
Who cares?
Who cares?
There's 18 of them.
Nice.
Are they homeless people or what's the?
They look like you're. Give me an insight check, maybe.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay.
Insight. 20.
Okay. Yeah, these are your various.
I got 19. Oh, there she went.
Nobody's gonna miss them. It's okay if I eat them.
Wow.
These are your various like good for nothings. I mean, you could see. I mean, they're homeless, obviously, but they're also like
Like a gang?
Well,
yeah, they don't look like the most savory of people. Like it's not like just
That's okay.
not like they're homeless people just trying to survive. It's like you walk up and they're like rolling dice and like counting money and like
Still the
ooh,
nice
can I
money.
play knuckle bones with them to get them to go?
and when you guys approach, some of them are gonna like be like they're gonna like stand up and just be like what are you guys doing on our beach?
I'm gonna eat you. I mean, hello, fuck off.
And he says, he looks back and he says, "You hear that? How many new pairs of lizard skin boots you think we could get out of that one, boys?"
So you want to play knuckle bones?
And he says, "Oh, we'll play knuckle bones."
Oh my gosh! Let me see your hand.
Just start salivating.
Yeah, like, oh. Uncrack.
Now listen, we don't want to hurt you fellas. Why don't you just clear out of here and all will be well.
Or what?
Well, we're gonna have a problem.
Can I turn into a panther and try to?
He's like, he looks around incredulously and he's just like, he says, "Obviously, you're gonna be the one with the problem. So how many of see how many of us there are?"
Knuckle bones.
Not enough.
Okay. Did you guys want to throw an intimidation in there?
Damn straight.
I wish I could, but I can't because it's so charisma based.
12.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Can I get an advantage if I turn into a panther?
Yeah, can I stand by Derek and be like,
Yeah, you can give him advantage since they're helping you.
Nah.
12.
12.
Well, see, I'd really like to accommodate your request, but we kind of like it here, and well, this place was a lot better before you guys showed up. So,
Do they have any armor, or are they just kind of in tattered rags?
they seem to have like scrapped like leather, like some like leather armor kind of, and
Perfect.
They're like raiders.
huh?
They're like raiders.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, we happen to know a little old lady who is rather upset that you trespassing on her property. So
And he's just like, oh my god, you talk about that crazy broad who screams out the window all the time?
Now you watch your tongue.
Speaking of which, she does it again.
You good for nothing, low lifes.
Sipping tea.
Yes, that would be her.
House.
I mean, the dock ward is plenty big enough to find somewhere new to settle.
Expand your territory. Back home in the swamps, that's what we had to do to get rid of people we didn't like.
Didn't you eat him?
Yeah, and he's just like, well, in case you haven't noticed, this ain't the swamps, lizard man.
I'm a woman.
It's ma'am.
It is ma'am. This isn't the swamps, but there's plenty of better territory here than this. I mean, look.
So it looks like we're gaining no ground here. We're gonna have to go to the next.
Eat them.
Yes, we.
Eat them. Eat
Wanna
them.
go first?
Derek.
Wanna go first?
Derek.
I think it's up to an initiative, or you're going around the table.
Let's go around the table. Although if anybody has any like specific initiative bonuses, like I'll let them go first. But it's just a lot of bandits that I don't want to roll for. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess I'll wait my turn.
Well, the only reason I say that is because probably the go signal is going to be when I blast this guy in the face. Just saying. You would probably have to follow him.
I was gonna go full like mountain lion, just
Well,
pounce.
and give me a perception real quick, or whoever's perceptive can give me a perception.
17.
Okay.
22.
So Hunter, kind of like while Derek and Derek and Bartholomew and Reverendus are talking to these three guys who appear to be taking charge, you're gonna see some of the other ones kind of like hopping down off the wreckage and kind of like fanning out around, as if to surround you guys. And you definitely see like swords and daggers kind of coming out of sheaths.
I like do what a cat does and like rubs against your leg to get your attention to those. Panther right now.
Oh, okay. I was like, concerned for myself.
Hunter drops on all fours.
Yeah, so, you want to light this candle?
Yeah, let it be known you have been warned, gentlemen.
Say it. Say the command, and I'll eat them.
I'll just pop an arrow right
Tell
on
me to eat them,
the main guy talking shit.
Derek, tell me to eat them.
24.
Is a hit?
Dude, get off my dice and my notes.
She's like, Jesus Christ. Look at her face.
Look at her twitching.
Yeah, she's like, God damn. Oh, you're gonna come over sit on my notes?
For 6
Oh, you
piercing
better come
damage.
sit.
6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So you'll shoot him in the chest, and he'll go
Yeah, I watched you
down.
do that.
But he won't stay down. He'll kind of stumble back like, oh god. And one of his guys, one of the other guys will come over and attack you with their blade. For a grand total of 7 versus 16.
Yeah, I can just dodge out of the way of that one.
Okay.
He's got a sword too big for him.
And then yeah, you got one coming towards you, and what do you do?
Bonus action. I'm casting Hex on the main dude.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast
To the face.
to the face. Oh, yeah, I should use technical curse for crit. But 24 to hit.
Okay, that's a hit.
For 10 force and 6 necrotic.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, and he goes to get back up. This is the guy that got hit with the arrow, right? He goes to get back up, and then he's gonna get knocked right back down again.
And then I'm saying, Rav, snack time.
What about dinner?
What do you want to say to snack for later?
Hunter, you've got one coming toward you as well.
I want to try to pounce him.
Okay.
Try to make sure I remember this right. There. And claw attack. Got it. For 20 versus AC.
It is a hit.
Oh wait, rolled the wrong one.
Is pounce a multi-attack?
2.
What does Tom do?
Oh,
you knock him prone. Yeah.
4 damage and then a strength saving throw.
4 damage and a strength saving throw. He will succeed on that strength.
Dang it.
Yeah, he
I
rolled
was gonna say I
17.
get a bonus attack if he goes down.
So you'll go to pounce and then you'll go to knock him down. He's going to he's not going to go down, but he will whip around with his blade and try to attack you for 12 versus your AC.
Hit.
For 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
Cat.
Oh.
What would you like to do?
Can I use my rapier against one?
Yeah, absolutely. They're just gonna come in from every direction. One's definitely charging towards you with his scimitar.
20.
20 is a hit.
8 damage.
Okay.
Does she have 2 weapons?
Yeah, you can do a bonus attack. You got another weapon.
Dawn trying to message me.
7.
Does
Oh, 7?
Yeah.
7 misses.
darn.
It's that second attack that gets me.
And he's going to he'll attack you as well, but he's also going to miss for an 8 versus AC. Eleonora, there is definitely swashbuckling
Bless you.
Thank you.
bandit coming up towards you as well.
I want to attack the one that was rude to me.
That was rude to her. Okay.
That was the main guy, right?
Yes.
Oh, he's dead.
14 and then 21.
Okay. And
There were
he's
2 other rude to me.
yeah, and he's dead too. So Eleonora will have rushed up to the front here to defend Rabarakis' honor, and yeah, you'll just like roll out of nowhere and just demolish this.
Oh, she didn't even have to roll damage?
Oh, I thought that was the damage. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that was the hit. Yeah.
Oh,
the
okay,
hit.
yeah. Both higher than 12.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I was
I
like,
thought
what?
it was the damage.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
No, the damage is 14.
And that's
Did you add
That was sneaked. Oh wait, no, I didn't add those though. 20 damage.
oh wow. Whoa.
Well, are you adding?
Well, she rolled a 7, a 6, and then 1. Then her.
But did she add her ability to both attacks?
Yeah.
Well, they each have
should only be
their own weapons. They each have their own modifier.
Oh yeah, so with your offhand attack,
Oh.
you don't add the modifier.
So then
to
it's
offhand.
17. It's
But
not
it's
20.
still enough to kill him. You kill him dead.
She like puts the rapier in and then twists.
and Rabarakis, that does not stop one from coming towards Rabarakis.
They got the will to die.
Let's do. Have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 17.
Okay, so he passes. And that's all I can do.
He's one of the wiser.
Homeless.
Oh, and he
Runes.
crits on Rabarakis.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
For 9 plus 1, 10 slashing damage. As he comes up and just digs his scimitar right into. No, he cuts your tail. Do you have a
Off?
tail? Do you have a tail?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not off, but he just cuts it.
That's just weird.
It'll grow
Yeah,
back.
it's really rude. And
Didn't know you could get no poke.
and then back to Bartholomew.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Alright. Well, I don't even give a second look.
Okay.
Attack. With a natural 20.
Okay. Who are you attacking? Because there's a guy right up on you, and then there's plenty of people to choose from around.
The guy right up on me.
Okay. That's
and
gonna.
I have a cross.
Yeah, the crossbow.
Yes, I
okay.
do.
All right.
Yes, I do.
He's like, let me help you choose.
So this is going to be +6. 2 and 7, so 9 + 6, 15 points of damage.
All right, and as he's like getting ready to swing his blade down on you, you like do this crazy shot where you like get under him like Legolas kind of and just
right in the jaw.
Pop his top off.
I told you I didn't want to have to hurt you.
And then Derek.
The one that hit Raph.
Okay.
Bonus action, moving hex.
All right.
Eldritch Blast. 12.
12 is a hit.
Okay. Ooh. 13 force, 3 necrotic.
Yeah, he just goes flying off.
We had enough yet?
Are you not entertained?
Give me an intimidation check. With advantage, of course, because everybody's helping.
14.
14. I'd say. Yeah. So so let's see. There's a couple of them that are still on. There's one still on Hunter. There's one still on Cat. But you can see that the ones in the back are kind of peeling off.
Fuck this.
But give me an insight check, Rav.
21.
Just from their expression, though, you think that they're withdrawing for the moment. But you get you in your infinite wisdom think that they may be they have not. We're gonna wait till the tide turns in their favor.
Yeah. All right.
And they're kind of backing off.
She does understand pack tactics.
Yeah, I mean.
This
I
is
understand
combat.
survival,
This is not
so-
social niceties. This is combat.
But the two of them that are on Hunter and Cat are still on Hunter and Cat.
As a bonus action, I want to revert back to normal and then firebolt.
Okay. Oh, and this guy's right up on you though, so if you have to take
Alright.
disadvantage on the ranged attack.
I'll do primal savagery then.
Okay.
Nice. 23.
To hit.
13. 23, yeah.
Hit.
For 5 acid damage.
Okay. 5 acid damage. So he's like, ah, my eyes! And he's just like swinging his blade wildly around. For 14 versus AC.
Miss.
Okay. And as he's like swinging his
Now
blade
that you have
wildly
one more
around. You managed to like kind of duck and dodge under it. Cat.
Mess him up, Cat.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge it all.
13.
Yeah.
13 is a hit.
7 damage.
7 damage.
And then you have the other attack as well.
Oh, he was dead.
Oh, it's
Oh,
You can still use that other attack to attack the guy that's on Hunter.
Tough decision.
Okay.
Sure, why not? Of course I do good this time. 16.
Is a hit.
5 damage.
Okay. Yeah, and then that guy goes down as well, and the others kind of back off.
You're
The other
welcome.
11.
I totally
back
loosened
off.
that jar.
And they're like this is a crummy spot anyway.
I look at Derek and I'm like, they're going to be back. I've seen this tactic before in the swamps. I'm like a non-vet.
It's like that line from Star Wars. It's like shooting swamp rays. Do you do that?
Can I have one of them still make a wisdom saving throw real quick?
Okay.
Get on down the beach.
So
one of them takes 6 necrotic damage as I do Toll the Dead. I point my finger at them and I said, "You best not be coming back." Dong.
No. It's definitely the dinner triangle.
And so yeah, so
2 viewers?
so they will I have 4 online.
Yeah, we've been at 4 for like 30 minutes.
It says it's 2 online.
What?
Viewers.
I'm watching.
I'll say if it's because my phone paused for some reason.
But yeah, so they clear out.
Right.
Let's go report to Granny Rage.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well,
And-
as they're running, I am going to pop a couple shots in their feet. You're not trying to hit. Just keep on going.
Don't come back. And yeah, and they'll fuck off.
Fuck off.
Go.
From the window up above, you can hear the old lady going, "That's right, run, you good-for-nothing yellow-belly cowards!"
And then we'll go back inside.
Well done! Oh, if my husband were alive.
Oh, Tim Frank's joined Facebook. Party.
Oh, thanks.
Have you
What's
seen
going on,
Ice
Jimmy?
Age, John?
What?
Have you seen Ice Age? If my husband wasn't dead, I'm still alive. Stop telling people I'm dead.
Yeah, you hear him from upstairs. But she says, "Oh, that'll give me some peace of mind. Follow me downstairs."
And I will follow.
So yeah, so as you it takes her a little bit to get down the stairs. She's like, "Oh," but like every step, she's like, "Oh, oh." And she's gotta like stop and catch her breath. And she's, "Oh," and
Maybe Bartholomew can carry you.
I've got it.
Would you want 100
Should
to
I
carry you?
I can't carry you.
And once you get down there, you will see that that this bottom level of the house is a stark contrast to the upper. It's like a full laboratory essentially, kind of like a garage of sorts. And and there's this huge metal like crab looking thing down there. I'll show you a picture of it. Along with a picture of old Brenda here. There you go.
Nice.
She looks like a man!
Dude looks
She
like
is
a
definitely
lady.
well layered.
Are you your husband?
That's not a woman. That's a man. So yeah.
Alrighty.
But that is the device. She says,
Are you sure it's Seaworth?
"Oh, please." And I'm not even gonna acknowledge that with a response. And she says, "Now the problem is it only seats 2."
That is quite the problem.
I don't need it.
You're just gonna go behind, follow behind it.
Well, we could just use it as a tour guide.
Well, so 2 people can sit in there if they want.
I'm not sitting in it.
Alright, then if that's your problem.
I don't like water. I'll sit.
Cat, you have to go in the water.
Cat.
Yes. Okay. I thought I was scary. That scares me.
So it seats 2.
You'll have a scroll, right? Or
Yeah, but if we use the scroll, don't know if we need the thing.
that's true.
I went to a lot of trouble to set this up. So.
Can't use its claws.
Oh yeah, the claws. That's the best part. And she'll lift the hatch up. And you inside, you see all these levers, and she'll point to a lever, and she's like, "This one makes the claws extend, and then when you push it back, they retract." She says, "This one is for the claw to go pinch, pinch, really good in case you see a shark down there."
So it attacks.
So
One person could sit in it if they
She
want.
says, "This lever here is for the lights. This lever here emits this lever here allows the thing to sink, and then you flip it back up, it floats back up.
And if anything was too heavy to lift, I could imagine this could also
This
lift.
lever goes to the left.
Oh
This
my
lever
God.
goes to the right.
Alright, I've seen enough. I'm out.
This one controls the side window shutters.
Why is there a side window?
Because there's also a forward window, and this lever here controls that."
it's old. Crank wheel.
You're underwater. You don't need roll down the window.
They got a lot of the air in.
The window shutters so you can
Oh,
look out.
Okay. I was like,
You're not rolling down the glass.
You gotta let the air in. It's a little hot in here. It's a little stuffy.
So, this thing would definitely be useful down there. I mean, yeah, we could have one person driving this thing, everybody else on the outside.
You probably don't want to get your mustache wet.
Not really, to be quite honest.
And you hate water because you are a cat.
yes.
Well, see, here's the problem. Your options are being in the thing or being in the water.
I need to be in the thing.
Do
away
you
from
want to drive it?
Yeah, why
Oh,
not?
the old lady's not coming?
"Oh, please. I've got to at least sit on this leg another 2 weeks before I can go back out there. Damn shark got me last week."
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Too late now.
So that's not what you think. It got a hold of the machine and it rocked the boat a little too much. And
2 questions about the said shark. One, how big and what kind?
big.
Oh, okay. So there's sharks down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is the ocean.
We call him a Bloodross. He's the biggest and the meanest shark down there. He guards one particular piece of salvage that I've never been able to get to. He's made it his home.
Let me guess.
I can take a guess at what's in that room. What do you know? A lot of fire. I can't use.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I do have a question for you, John.
Yes.
If we use that spell, could I do my wild shapes and still breathe, or do I have to stay in human form?
I guess you would still be able to breathe with your wild shapes.
I only got one more, but it's nice to know just in case.
I feel like that's because this you're not casting. I mean, it just says you can't cast spells, but
Right.
any magic that's already
Right.
on you.
Yeah.
Plus, we could take an hour rest before we go out.
Yeah, certainly. If you need one.
Yeah.
Take a seat.
If you want to the wild shape back.
Yeah. Just in case. Never know what kind of, what was it, animal face-off situation we can have.
Yeah.
So who wants to ride in the contraption? Cat?
Yeah.
I'll
Of
go
course.
with her.
Okay.
The 2 rogues and a machine together.
The 2 rogues in the machine. That well, our purses will be safe.
It
They'll
does,
find
have,
a
it does
way.
have big pinchy claws on it. Okay. So you guys can take a short rest.
Well,
While
Nora could actually. Can't you do like an aquatic elf or something like that?
Yeah.
You probably have some good swim speed with that. Don't know if you, because we only have to have one person in the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it seats 2, but only one person needs to drive. Correct? Well, she goes out by herself.
The upside of having another person in there is that it can make that many more claw attacks. So like, because it doesn't get a turn. Like a person inside gets a turn. So like,
It's always good to have a co-pilot.
Okay. I mean, that's.
I think that would be the just more actions for the machine. I guess would be the upside. If you have one person in it, then they have to use an action to make it do one thing. So.
Plus, 2 rogues know how to stab. Lifts up shirts, cars.
Why would I stab you?
From going through all the other people.
What do you mean?
And my wallet's missing.
Why would I
Oh
steal
wait,
your
it
wallet?
says. Actually, it says. It says a creature in the compartment can use an action to move as many as 2 of the apparatus's levers up or down. So okay. So so one person each turn can move 2 levers.
Okay, so if you wanted to move and attack, you need 2 people.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of. Like if you wanted to move, you could move with 1 lever and then attack with another lever. Or hey, thank you very much, Be Morris boys.
Oh
It's
my
Ben.
god.
Sorry, Ben. You told me to subscribe.
It took a while to show up,
Thank you,
though.
Ben.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ben.
What's up, Ben? He said, ah ha ha ha.
So yeah, it's up to. I guess it's up to Eleanor whether or not she wants to be inside or outside.
All right.
Because I get the feeling we're going to need more attacks.
Now,
Oh, that's right. We'll do a short rest.
yeah, you guys get your short rest, and then,
Stonks.
and then whenever you're ready, she will open up a concealed door in the garage. It clearly looks like a door, but from the outside, it just looks like part of the rock face, and the beach will reveal itself to you, and you're able to get the contraption to crawl out onto the beach and start going into the water.
Well, before you guys get into the contraption, I'm going to cast water breathing on everybody.
Okay.
Just in case something happens.
So,
You're not stuck in there.
I don't get a stimulus check. Oh, that's right, he doesn't.
Who is it?
One of our coworkers. No.
What does he get one?
he's a
Because
minor.
he's a minor.
You're not clever.
And I successfully used the scroll.
Okay. Yep. Everybody can breathe water now.
I'm jumping and still hold my breath.
No.
I want to drown. Wait.
Yeah.
You open up the hatch. You can breathe.
Well, I don't know if she wants to open the hatch
Yeah, no.
underwater.
So who's in the crowd?
Don't know.
The rogues.
The rogues are in
Yeah.
the crowd. That sounds like a dangerous operation.
They just fucking steal it.
We turn around and
You're like, you're
stop.
going the wrong way.
No,
Oh,
we're
we
not.
know.
Nocturnes.
Alright, and so I think we're just going to ride on the crab
Okay.
to the ship.
Yeah, and it'll float for as long as you want it to. Like it'll float and swim on top, and then it can submerge whenever you want it to submerge as well.
And the crab leads the way.
That's perfect.
Swimmer.
All right. You will be able to lead them to the site, and looking down from here, you can see down below is the wreckage. Yeah, the kind of blurred shape of the wreckage.
Do I see anything else?
Give me a perception check.
Come on. 15. 15.
Yeah. You can look down and.
Horde of sharks.
Well, actually, you see clear as day. Like everything else is kind of muddled or whatnot. If you swim down a little bit, you can see clear as day. This. Oh goodness.
Can we talk underwater?
No.
You can certainly try, but
Playing
have a,
charades to tell each other what to do.
I had a decent description that I wanted to get.
does Xylophone or Xylophone or whatever meet us?
He can't. He can't get there.
He can't. Oh,
'Cause
Zelfan,
it's
Xylophone. Yeah.
once he gets too close, like this force kind of drives him back. And
I tried to take it too.
And who's that dragon force of what again?
he says he thinks it has something to do with the fabled dragon staff.
Dragon staff.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't know myself.
That lies somewhere in Waterdeep.
Okay.
Now, yeah, so you can look down and you can see this an old chest down there amidst the wreckage with this big rusted lock on it. And as soon as you see that, you'll also see the shark kind of like slide its head out of the wreckage and kind of start swimming around the wreckage.
I shall name him Bruce.
Well, we're still floating on top, so.
And, and this thing is huge. It's like the size of a ship.
Megalodon size.
Big shark. It says huge.
So y'all are floating up top?
You just pull one of us down.
Yeah, you can come up to the surface.
Yeah, I'll like pop my head up. So there's a shark down there that's about the size of a ship and an old chest with a rusted lock.
The
That I
size
can
of a
see you.
ship?
Yes.
I will talk to the shark.
Do not talk to the shark.
Maybe it's small.
Oh,
it
a
says
small
it's huge. So
It's bigger than me. That's pretty
it
big.
could probably eat you whole.
It could eat me whole.
Now this contraption, is it armed at all? Are there harpoons or just claws?
It's got claws.
Do you think you could talk to the shark? Seriously though.
Yes. Doesn't say
Derek, what do
specifically
you
what
think?
kind of animals.
You're gonna go talk to the shark.
Yes.
I didn't mean this to sound like an asshole. I said it.
Yeah, you
Oh,
told me
yeah,
you're
sure.
gonna talk to the shark.
Gonna talk to the shark, huh?
Alright.
Do I not talk to you enough, Jerome? This is what you're trying to tell me.
Okay, so you're gonna get
Just be like, hey, we want to check this out. Is that okay?
Yeah, just let us know what it has to say.
I feel like Aquaman. I'm the most useless person on the team.
You're gonna try to talk to it, Aquaman.
Yeah.
So I want to pop the top of the hatch and give him some basic hand signals of what needs to be done with this apparatus.
This means claw. This means other claw. Yeah, there you go.
Well,
Step by
while you're
step.
down there, before you go, get a good gist of the size of the claws and whether or not that would be effective on the shark.
I'm sure it would.
Yeah. I mean, it's the apparatus is
It's quite large.
Yeah, I mean, he's big. I mean, you saw that picture of her.
yeah. You did see the picture. Yeah, it's a good size.
Alright, I want to go talk to it.
All right.
Be the wildest
What do you
trip
say?
you've ever been on.
Hey man, mind if we look at your ship? It's a woman ship. It's a woman. I said, bruh.
It's very interested in you, and it's going to begin to swim towards you.
Animal friendship.
Well, see, is its mouth open or is it closed coming to him?
It's open.
Oh, okay.
Animal friendship? I am going to be Aquaman before the end of this. I'll make him eat all the other sharks so we don't have to worry about him.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Ross gets rid of dolphins, honestly.
18.
You and Terry, I swear to God.
Oh, 28 versus your AC.
I'm dead.
Maybe.
I see you have the 2d10s.
The throat clear.
20 piercing damage.
You just see bubbles.
As it comes up and it just swipes by you and just and bites you and like throws you around a little bit and you go like floating off again.
I'm dead.
Dive!
Are you dead?
I'm dead. It's only 5 over.
Huh? 5 over? Oh, okay. But you are unconscious, right?
Yeah.
That's a good thing you can breathe underwater. And yeah. What do you guys do next?
We wait for him to come back to the surface.
And he does eventually. He rises to the top, and you can see his slumped over body kind of just bobbing in the waves there, face down.
I'll cast
Hey
Cure
Hunter, quit
Wounds on
playing
him.
around, man. What's the scoop?
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
All right. You swim out there and lay hands.
Oh, actually, that does. I don't know if
Also, Maddie, we've shed some new light on the rules.
I know.
Okay, so no cure wounds and healing
Yeah.
word in the same round. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a feature, but I can't find it.
We all have.
Well, apparently you're only supposed to be able to cast one spell per round.
So you'll
So
get
even if you use a bonus action
11
spell,
hit.
It has to be
you
cantrip.
can't use your action for.
11.
Well, you can have a cantrip.
I
Okay,
forgot I
that's
have the
feat
feature that if they're down,
You can
just
have a
get
cantrip,
plus
you just
HP
can't have
back
a
from
spell.
the
Could she?
Okay.
Could she use her
Which is great. I didn't know
points
that.
with her other character? I don't know if that makes any sense because it makes it a bonus action.
So you've cured wounds
But I guess that's to make it
on the
attack,
on the druid. Okay.
It's a big ass
So-
shirt.
How did it go?
I'd show you my arm and the rope.
What are the rest of you doing?
No.
Well,
I gotta be in the back of the ship just laughing.
Well,
I don't like fish anymore.
Well, apparently we have to submerge and try to capture this shark. Do you guys feel equipped to handle the levers?
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright.
That sounds very confident.
so what if we use the big ass armored contraption as a distraction?
To
Down.
lure,
And then
to
we-
lure it away and we go
And
down.
we go for the ship.
So we're fish bait.
That's actually
You
Shark
can't
bait.
quite hear him like from the inside of the machine. Like
No. She's tangled with this shark before and the machine survived. So you should be safe, is what I'm saying.
Egg.
Yeah, it's like muffled, and we're just like, okay.
No,
yeah,
I got the
sure.
hatch open. No, she messed up her leg on the machinery. So just keep your legs closed.
She's
You're both
clumsy,
short,
I mean,
it's okay.
You're both very agile.
Just keep your
We
legs
have a lot of
closed.
knives.
That's actually a pretty good idea. I think we should do that.
Okay.
I am all for sacrificing my life.
No,
You guys
Nothing is going to
this
happen.
is a big metal thing. I don't think a shark can do anything to it.
That's fair.
And if something were to go wrong, we will be right there.
Yeah, they'll just use me.
I mean, the worst thing that can happen is it just spring a leak, and you've already got water breathing on you.
and then it eats us.
No, it can't get through that. Look at that.
But like, if we
Look,
spring
no.
if we spring a leak, that means it's broken, right?
And there's
And
water.
then it's easier for the thing to get in.
It'll lose interest because you'll stop moving.
The water
That's
in
that's
there.
sad. That sounds right.
There'll be
I am
water
not
in
putting
there.
you at risk. You are actually the safest one
Okay.
in this plan.
As I lift my arm up, trust me.
No one cares about you. It's okay.
Yeah, no one cares. About it. All right.
And besides, I feel like if we try to capture it with the claw, that I mean, what do we do then?
Yeah.
Let you strategize a moment longer.
Like only if the herd figures it.
Of course, you realize this is just our first stop down here, right?
Right. No, I do.
Imagine like a grandpa for kids.
Oh, that's so cute.
Preparing my little mustache and that.
Feels
Worried about you when you left.
Oh, trust me.
So was Debbie.
got a big butt. Yes, it does. Kiki Grace, you get down off the counter.
Her middle name's Grace.
Do not. Yeah, it's Kiki Grace.
Oh, that's good to know.
Oh, Ryan J on YouTube. Hello, Ryan.
Debbie was wondering about you.
Oh, I'd have a heart attack right now if you said Barbara was worried about me.
6 views.
I would type hello, but I don't have the.
What was you there?
I know, that's what would happen.
Welcome to the
she
stream,
know?
Ryan
She
J.
care? Huh?
All right.
I was talking to Ryan. We got a YouTube visitor.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Ryan J.
Oh, what's up, Ryan J? Thank you for tuning in. All right. So what we done?
Shark bait, who?
Yeah, we're gonna lead the shark away with the contraption. We're gonna swim down and bust open the chest.
All right. How are you gonna get the shark's attention?
Wait. Who's got good lock picking skills when both the rogues are in the ship?
We're just going to bust the lock.
Okay.
Does somebody
I got
have
pitons.
somebody have prestidigitation? Or
The bridge.
Well, I imagine the shark's pretty territorial, so I think just the arrival.
or he's already bleeding, so we can just tie him.
Oh my god!
I mean, sharks love blood,
So
right?
yeah, after a while, it doesn't go any further than from the territory it's on, right? Sounds stupid. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't go
give
any
me a
further.
nature.
You just see me cauterizing the wound with fire. No.
Hold on. Well. Hey, if you want to make a nature check,
Sure.
I'm not good.
17.
He did better than me. I don't know much about water.
Okay, so Derek, you think that if the shark was hungry, it would have eaten him, but it just attacked him until he went away. And so, like you said, very territorial. You think that it probably is defending its
Bored.
habitat.
It's like the dragon in the water. Protecting its hoard.
Don't remind me. Flashbacks to the shark.
So y'all can go down, grab him with your pinchers, tote him away, just long enough for us to go down.
The shark grabbing the tail.
Okay.
Oh, do either one of you have a crowbar handy? Or anybody?
I usually always have one, but I don't know. Let me see. Yes. No. Yes, I do.
Oh, okay, cool. We got one. Alright.
I have a hunting trap. Thank you.
I don't
And we'll
think
give
that's
that to Rap.
Yes. I hand you a crowbar. Don't eat it.
I'd stick it in the air.
Yes.
For Merkel!
It's for busting open the chest.
Oh, okay.
You're the strongest of us.
The chest that's under the water, not our chest.
It'll give
Here, I start swimming back to the shoreline.
It'll give you a little extra.
It gives you advantage, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the plan. We'll move a little bit out of range. You guys submerge, and then start heading towards the ship, and we'll go around the other side. And once you guys get its attention,
Yeah. First, trying to lure it, and if that doesn't work, you'll have to capture it.
Grab it. 1-1.
Grab it
Head,
with your
tail.
hook, grab it with the hooks, and swim away.
Throw it out of the water. No.
So
If you can salvage some teeth.
I got one for you.
Oh, cool. Let me just spurt, spurt, spurt. So that's our plan.
Okay. So the so you two will descend into the water, and then as you do, you begin to steer the apparatus towards the wreckage of the ship, and soon enough you definitely see the shark coming out, and it slides out and it's going to come straight towards the apparatus with a vengeance.
We are swimming down.
Okay, and
With a vengeance.
what do you guys do?
Me.
As the shark is coming
You see
towards you
Derek
with its
doing
mouth.
this.
The shark is coming towards you with its mouth open.
Is there a claw attack they can use?
Yes, each of you can grab a claw if you like.
What would they roll?
Yeah, I'm assuming y'all practice this a little bit before going down.
It
I
would
was
be
gonna wing
a,
it.
Okay.
so the one claw seems to be outfitted with the one claw seems to be outfitted with like a crusher kind of, or like a whacker, and the other claw seems to be specifically for pinching and locking on.
Who would like what?
Don't matter to me.
So we want to use both?
Yeah.
Okay, well yeah, it doesn't matter to me either.
Yeah.
I'll take the
Grab it
left
with the
one.
pincher and then thwack it to death.
Yeah, there you go.
Who's pinch? Who's thwack?
I'll pinch.
All right, roll me a d20 with a +8.
Wow.
19.
Okay, yeah. So you grab onto the shark, for better or for worse.
Okay.
Whack. +8.
Crap. 21.
Okay. Yeah, you hit it. You get advantage as well, if you just in case you get a crit.
Even better.
Ooh,
All right.
so close.
And so roll me 2d6 damage.
4.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Just testing it out.
Did they manage to knock it
no,
cold?
it's 2d6. Yeah. So you managed to grab it and then
Whack it.
whack it. While it is in your grasp, it is going to kind of tussle around. It's going to bring its big mouth around to try to bite the hull of the apparatus but it is not going to pierce the hull. Its teeth will kind of like
Scrape.
scrape around on the outside, and you'll hear this like terrible screeching sound.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Shuts the blinds.
Shutters. And then
Play the calm music button.
and then you guys are going for the chest. Okay.
We hear elevator music in the background.
We will now be turning up the music.
I'm gonna sing the doom song.
All right. Yep. So you guys swim down towards the chest at the bottom. What do you do?
I'm gonna hold it steady while Rav tries to pry it open.
Oh my god, I did.
How about
Oh, what's up, big time?
I don't know what's going on, but I feel like you just dodged a bullet with teeth.
Yes, they did.
So what am I doing? Strength check?
Okay, yeah, you're swimming down to the chest. Okay.
You get advantage too because it's a crowbar.
20.
20. Yeah. You
Pop.
pop the lock right off that chest, and you open.
Whole bunch of papers. Shut it! Would you make me some appetizers afterwards?
Yeah.
I am starving!
I think I'm gonna have appetizers too.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I got 2 bags.
Excuse me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I also have 2 bags.
So you'll pry this thing. You'll pry this thing open, and you see this amulet inside.
Oh well. Wrong character, sorry.
Okay.
I was thinking Jackson, but I'm like, not a dead body. Shut.
It's in the shape of in the shape of like an octopus kind of, and it has like gleaming eyes on it. Schnurr.
Hand it to Derek.
Yeah, I'll throw it in a bag. Anything else in the chest?
Otherwise, it looks empty.
No.
Big ass chest for an amulet.
Are there any other chests around the vicinity? Or?
This was the only one.
Alright.
That was outside the boat.
Huh?
That was outside the boat.
Oh, the boat's in this vicinity?
Yeah.
The crashed ship. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I love them both, so I don't want to go too far. Did one
Well,
of y'all?
if you'd like to hunt for more treasure, you totally can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if y'all want to hunt for a little bit more, I'm gonna stay and watch. Oh, can I? Hold on. Could I also do an attack on the shark? Let me see how far I can do Toll the Dead. Ooh, I can do. We're more than 60 feet away, aren't we?
Probably.
Well, then can I do Guiding Bolt?
You can.
May I?
However,
Why is that?
well, underwater,
Ooh.
even. Oh, it's a ranged weapon attack. I guess magic's just cool.
It's his ranged spell attack for me.
Yeah, I guess magic's just cool. It only talks about melee weapon and ranged weapon attacks. So I guess magic's fine. So you'll shoot magic at it.
Okay.
Where is that?
11.
Against the shark is a miss.
Yeah.
Well, does it get advantage because it's grapple?
Oh.
Or is that only melee attacks?
I don't know. I gotta look.
God is straight.
Speed becomes 0. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if the effect.
That would help my girlfriends. We're gonna like polyamorous.
That's so weird. I feel like that one.
She was married to what's his.
Oh, that's
should
right.
be.
She is.
I thought I was your.
What is the one that gives advantage?
Restrained.
Restrained, I guess. That's so weird. I wonder what the difference is.
Well, I just remember Strahd.
Yeah.
If you were grappled by the vampire, you got advantage on the bite.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it advantage. Yeah.
Please roll better. I rolled the same thing.
I tried.
Can I shoot it with my crossbow?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't
Okay,
know
there's so many
I
range.
don't know if bolts are effective in.
What's your range on the?
80 to 320 with disadvantage.
Okay, so. Yeah, you can. Actually, yeah, the crossbow. Yeah, you're fine with the crossbow.
Want me to shoot just regular or with, can I do advantage?
You can do it with advantage.
Do you think y'all could maybe take a couple shots to help knock this thing down? I mean, the easier we get rid of this
Goodness, I
thing, the
did
more we can
advantage.
do it peacefully, right?
18 versus AC?
Huh?
18 versus AC?
18 is a hit.
Okay.
What do y'all think?
What's that?
If we do just ranged attacks at it, help take it
8
down, that
damage.
way we don't have to worry about it
8
anymore.
damage.
8 damage. Okay.
You got Eldritch Blast, you got your crossbow. I have.
Well, crossbow work, longbow work too.
Will it be disadvantage though?
Why would it be?
Water longbow?
The longbow will be disadvantaged in the water.
So you get a regular attack.
Because I'm basically
Because
using
you get
a hard
advantage
gun.
because it's grapple.
Right. I'm just.
Disadvantage because it's I don't know. It's
It
something
says-
weird.
Harper.
It says even against a target with normal range, the attack roll has disadvantage unless the weapon is a crossbow, a net, or a weapon that is thrown like a javelin, a spear, a trident, or a dart.
Well, I have a net, but I'm guessing it's too small.
Puts it on his
Okay, yeah, I'll shoot it with my crossbow. It's actually the same thing anyway. It's just a shorter range.
Okay.
You can Eldritch Blast it?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead.
5.
Uh,
Force. Eldritch Blast.
5.
Force.
Force? Oh, okay. Did you already hit it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
20 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
19 plus 7, 26 to hit
That hits.
for 10 piercing damage.
10 piercing damage, okay. Alright. And then you're maintaining your hold on it. Would you like to thwack it again?
Yeah. 20.
Okay, that hits. 2d6.
4.
Solid. It will attack the hull again. This time, its jaws will come down, and the apparatus will actually sustain some damage.
Remember, I hope you have mend.
So not a grappling creature has. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they draw such a difference between that. I guess one is more serious than the other. But I'm gonna give him advantage.
Oh, goodness.
What?
I'll be sure to check my DMs from now on.
Jeez, big time.
No, you should have seen
He's been talking. What does he say? I don't know. The Deacon Smith, not much reading. Okay. Guide his straight to hell, Rav. What's the thing, John, between... Oh, okay. Very nice. Thank you, big time. So you'll hear some... the thing will grab the apparatus in its jaws, and you'll hear like a crunching sound that's not the shark's teeth. It's the some of the apparatuses like more sensitive bits on the outside. Yeah. Hunter, Rabarakis.
Since that means, can I get within 60 feet and then do Toll the Dead? Ho, ho, ho.
15 for the whiskey.
Action to load.
Alright,
You have to take an action to load.
It's a wise shark. Hunter?
How far away is it? The shark, how far away is it?
How close do you want to get to it?
That's a very tempting question.
That is not what
Do I have to take an action to load the crossbow?
It has the loading property, right?
Yeah.
What does that say?
It won't let me click on it.
The light crossbow?
Yeah.
Because of the time required to load this weapon, you can fire only one piece of ammunition from it when you use an action, bonus action, or reaction to fire it, regardless of the number of attacks you normally make.
Okay, so you just
just
limited
one.
to one attack
Okay.
around.
Alright, I'll go ahead and shoot it again. Thank God for advantage. Wow, brain fart. 11 versus AC?
11 versus AC is a miss.
Okay.
What you got with advantage?
Yeah, I got a 7 with the other.
Alright,
I don't shoot a lot.
Bartholomew and Derek.
I'm a little distracted by Big Town. I hope this is Big Town.
It says big time.
No,
19?
Well, the
Oh, okay, got it.
the message I just got.
19 to hit.
19? Is it hit?
13 points of force damage.
Alright.
how's the shark looking?
Oh, pretty good.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's a big old shark. Big old shark.
Yep, I will fire again for 20 to hit.
20 is a hit.
For 5 piercing damage.
Alright.
You know what? I will use an action surge and hit it again.
Using the crossbow?
Can I do that?
Nope.
Loading property only allows you to use...
The bolts, right. Okay. So yeah, for 5 piercing damage.
Okay. However, you do have crossbow expert or whatever, so I don't know if that gives you an extra pep
I
in your
don't
stat.
know if it does either. I know it lets me attack at
Two
range.
bolts.
Let me look real fast. Crossbow expert. You'd think it would, right?
You are an expert, right?
The shark. The shark. The shark. The shark is going to try to escape. But would you guys like to do anything while it's trying to escape?
Did we just hold the lever stronger? Like, defend against that?
Oh, you ignore the loading property of crossbows.
Hold up, is this campaign?
Aww.
Where'd you see that?
I just
Crossbow
looked up the
expert.
feet.
Is this campaign set before the first
looking at it.
campaign I
Yep.
watched? Which
First
was
line,
when
you
you
know
said
loading
Baby-
property.
playing
Oh,
Baby Rap
right.
was so much cooler. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, we're doing the origins for the Golden Company. So yeah, so this is Baby Rab, which
Baby
looks
Rab.
exactly like
Regular rap.
regular Rab.
Same size
She
coming
just
out of the
looked
womb
like-
or the egg.
But for some reason has glasses.
No.
She just likes to put them on occasionally.
I'm not
She likes things on her face. This is canon.
Masks? Not anymore.
Other people's faces.
Yeah.
It's going to roll 26 to escape from the grasp of the arm. And did you want to attack it while it was still
In range.
Yeah,
grappled?
sure, if I can. 16?
16 will hit. Go ahead and do your thing.
It's not big time. Something just randomly sent me that.
7.
7? Okay, so and then as it's moving away, you can make an opportunity attack, and you can make an opportunity attack to grab it as well. To grab it like right back in here, if you like, or you can let it swim away.
Okay. Do I just add like 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Big Tom must have messaged me on Twitch.
26.
26 is a hit. What did you get?
13.
Oh, 13 is exactly what you need.
Oh, good.
So it is grappled again. And
9.
then
9 damage.
9 damage, alright.
No.
Yeah, so it tries to swim away and you grab it by the tail and like pull it back. Reverakis and Hunter.
Hit or miss. I guess I always miss.
That's so dope. Eyes get better with age, for telling you over Lawrence.
I only got an 8.
An 8.
What the hell?
An 8 misses.
Wisdom saving throw.
Alright.
I don't shoot crossbows.
17. You got
The ones that actually do damage.
it.
24 to hit. And 7 points of force.
24 to hit. 7 points of force. Alright.
And a miss. I'm guessing the 9 is a miss.
Yeah, just. And,
Just kind of
Is it their
gets
turn
almost
try
to it
and
and then just
grab
starts
again?
floating up.
well, it's your turn to attack it again,
Again?
and you've got a hold on it. And I guess if you wanted to, since it's already got a hold on it, you could use your turn to attack with the arm as well. Like she can grab the lever, and you can use that lever too.
23.
23.
No.
10.
Okay, yeah, 10 misses.
7 damage.
All right.
Oh, did you remember your advantage?
Oh, that's right. You get a.
Never mind. 27.
All right.
9.
Okay. All right, and then it will try to escape again.
Who's meowing? Macho kitty.
And it will. It is gonna stay in your
Macho
grasp.
kitty. Oh.
I can't believe we're taking on Megan.
Being all shy and bashful.
This is how
And,
Josh should have ended. Giant
Right,
crab
right,
We are
ass.
lucky as hell.
Rabaracus and Hunter.
Wisdom saving throw.
Alright.
Can I do a
14.
firebolt underwater?
That's okay.
Can I do a firebolt
I said
underwater?
I'd help with I can't.
That's up to
remember.
you.
Yeah, you can guess it. Why, certainly.
Oh my god. To make everyone have a better time, dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Alright, you failed.
Alright, everyone gets advantage on attacks. I used fairy fire.
You already had
We already have advantage on attacks.
Well,
If he gets out.
if he gets out again.
Oh, there you go.
He's more visible.
Fair enough.
Double advantage.
Alright, Bartholomew and Derek.
23 to hit. 13 points of force damage.
Alright, 13.
Max damage twice so far.
Nice.
23 to hit as well.
And that's a hit.
For 9 points of piercing damage.
Alright.
And then I will use my action surge.
Okay.
For 20 to hit.
Alright, that's a hit.
And another 10 points of piercing.
Alright. And the shark thrashes about in the grip of the machine, and then it will eventually just kind of go limp and just kind of.
Now let's explore! I'm going for it.
Well, since there's no pressure and you guys can explore at your leisure.
Are we sure it's dead?
I want one.
Huh?
Are we sure it's dead?
You want to go make sure? You want to go give me a medicine check?
Grab the racket.
It'd be a small one.
No, go ahead and go up to its mouth.
Yeah, she's in the
Yeah,
mouth.
I'm in the mouth. Are you kidding me? I've crawled inside of it to gather its liver.
You find a license plate.
I'm swimming up to the machine
Yeah.
and checking them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just, you know,
like
Eleanor.
Oh, what? Sorry.
there's a Derek at the window.
yeah, he's going. She's like sharpening her dagger, like.
Alright, to the ship.
What?
Yeah, since you guys can explore it at your leisure, you will find some other stuff. You will find a.
So we have amulet of the octopus, or of an octopus. Shiny, don't know what it does yet.
It's got gems for eyes, and you'll find a tube, like a scroll tube,
Mm-hmm.
and then you will also find. Like a small lockbox that is locked.
I'm just gonna bag that.
Okay.
Everything?
Yeah.
Alright.
In this ship?
Hmm?
Everything in this ship?
Mhm.
Okay.
Anything of like anything of value.
Yeah. Do we want to look around, check out any other wrecks?
Is there one like right next to it?
Not right next to it.
We
No.
got 24 hours.
But I'm afraid of finding another fella here.
I don't think that he had friends.
Fair. He had food.
I'm pretty sure everything else got scared off.
Yeah, let's go to the next ship.
I'm gonna give the signal to surface.
Okay.
And we'll have a conversation.
Oh, I could have breathed the whole time.
Were you still holding your breath? So the dragon informed us that Jarl Axel has a secret ship under one of his ships. I'd like to take a look at that.
Let's do it.
I don't know if we're going to do much about it, but I'd like to take a
Just look at it.
Yeah.
If only I had a shark friend to help us.
And if there's any wrecks on the way, we'll check those out. while we're there.
Sounds fair.
We find a rusty trombone.
Do you want more coffee?
No.
And-
I'm off for coffee for the night.
Me too.
No, I will not do that. I was gonna say I'll hand Eleanor the lockbox to play with while she's bored, and I'm like, wait, but I can't see when she finds it, so no.
Yeah, but she just pockets it.
I would never do that.
Yeah, it was empty. Crazy.
I don't know that yet.
You look in the ship, she's you.
So what form are you in right now? Are you regular form or are you still mini hunter?
I'm regular form.
Regular form.
What is your regular?
Yeah, what is your...
We never ever clarify that.
Is it that white
Just
hair?
use your imagination.
Oh, there you go.
I'm picturing Slenderman. But in woman form.
I'm cuter than that.
Where's that drawing I have?
Oh yeah,
Some
sure.
Brittany's like challenge.
Of like little
Pretty
Slenderman.
cute though.
Good boy.
I remember that.
Boo. A scary boo.
Scary.
Got a lot of boobs.
That's one thing you and
There
Maddie
it is,
have
yeah.
in common. Both your
What the fuck?
Slayer
Brock.
boobs
Aw,
faces.
that-
So,
I know you're exhausted, but get off my steed.
That's the one thing you and Maddie have in common. Both your Slayer boobs have a
So,
white
so
thing.
you guys will approach the ships, and from underwater you can see as you approach you can see there is indeed a large vessel of some sort underneath of the eye catcher, and it looks like it's in the shape of a giant like manta ray. But it's obviously a constructed, like some kind of vehicle. It's quite large.
Does it look weaponized?
Or
Or they're like
maybe not.
cannons or anything like
Maybe not obviously so.
Okay. I'm gonna assume it is.
Do you like my idea?
That is an awesome idea. But I don't know if we're going to use that idea today.
I told him I'd cut a hole in the window and the water go in.
Of the matter, not the
Oh, the
crowd.
matter.
Excuse me, what?
Bye!
I'm swimming upward.
I love you.
Give me a perception check then.
11.
19.
You can see there's not like a lot of windows on this thing, but there is one circular like window sort of towards the front.
I don't know if I want to get spotted. I don't know. I don't want to risk it. I just wanted to look in the window, not try to take a glass cutter to it.
You don't want to take a glass.
Let's put that on the back burner and let's go check out some other ships.
Okay.
Rest.
You can spend the day salvaging, and everybody roll me a d6.
D6?
Yeah.
2.
3.
1.
Oh, hold on, sorry. What? 2, 3, 1,
5.
5,
6.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing a number. I got 2, 3, 1, 5, 6.
I got 2.
I got 3.
I got 5.
There was 1.
Oh, okay. There's 2, 3. All right, cool. So just spending the day kind of salvaging. A lot of this stuff's already been picked through, but you'll find the odd knick-knack here and there. And you can muscle up about 200 gold worth more of treasure.
Nice. At least we're not in the hole for this trip.
Right?
Not in the hull.
Well, 2 of us are.
Dare stop laughing so I'm not laughing anymore. What is a hull?
And depending on where you guys explore as well, you might be within range of the dragon.
Hey, buddy.
And if you guys get to the edge of where he can't go, he'll definitely be underwater, and he'll be like,
Can we show him the
Yeah.
octopus amulet?
Surface.
Yeah, we're good.
And he says, "Oh, hello."
Hello.
This is what we found. I hold up the scroll tube.
He says, "Oh, not very interesting, is it?" He says, "I was kind of hoping for a chest."
Oh, this is what was in the chest.
Oh, that's very nice as well. A nice trinket. I was hoping for the chest.
The chest itself.
Yes.
Put the amulet back on.
I have a very nice collection of old sea-sunken chests.
What a weird hoard.
We'll be back.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably lift it, right?
Man likes his chest.
Things are lighter underwater, right?
Well, they also have the apparatus.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So we come back with
Talk
it.
about some disappointed adventurers when
Yeah.
they find his hoard.
Just a bunch of boxes
Empty chests.
boxes.
Some of them might be full.
of other chests.
It's like those dolls.
The nesting dolls of chests. Each one of them locked with exceptional locks.
So we bring back the chest.
This one's the hardest for them.
Oh, this is great! I don't have one like this. And he kind of tucks it under his
Hide the
dragon arm.
lockbox. Hide the lockbox.
That box is
And he
not
says,
in
"This
sight.
is just the exact aesthetic I was looking for. Look how weathered and waterlogged it looks. And look, there's even some stuff growing here on the side."
I'm so glad you're pleased.
Barnacles.
Can I just have barnacles?
No.
We can get you other barnacles,
You'll
right?
ruin it.
Oh, that got really menacing. You'll ruin it. So now that we've helped him, will he kindly
Soil my
leave?
treasure.
Is that what we did this for? I don't want him to leave, but he's scaring everybody. That's why you're like,
I'm not that frightened of him. I mean,
but everybody else is.
seems pretty pleasant to me.
I'm staying on this side.
Yeah,
of the
but I
wall.
can just see some scared sailors doing stupid shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
we got you a chest. Oh wait, I'm not the convincing one.
So,
Good call.
should we find any more interesting chests? Where could we find you?
He says, "Oh, I imagine I'll go back out to sea and see if there's anything out there. But perhaps the next time I'm around."
We'll keep an eye out for it.
Best be careful. Humans don't like lizard or reptilian folk too much.
Reptilian folk.
And he says, "Oh, I'm so sorry for you." And then he swings off.
Okay.
Okay.
However, you know your bone collection got a big boost today, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, look at all the teeth I have.
Well, I'm just, how
Make
many
room
sailors went
make
down with the
room on the
ships?
bar.
And
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
She's got knuckle bones
This
with
is
eye
a
patches
femur.
attached.
This is the ulna. And somebody's patella. You want to smell it?
No.
Oh.
Smell the patella.
Smell the patella.
What the hell?
Human humor. Oh, speaking of which humor.
The humorous.
no, I'll wait to check out the scroll tube.
Okay.
So we're not all soaking wet.
Or I'm dry.
Somebody else is too.
Do you return the apparatus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have
They don't want to get out though. They're like,
Do you happen to have mending memorized?
Yeah.
You want to cast that a couple times on the trip back?
sure.
So it looks like we didn't damage it.
Well, I'm hoping we can borrow it again.
And yeah.
To
And
run
so,
up and down the streets of water. No.
and so as you pull back into the the harbor,
All the savages come back.
no. You'll just kind of pull up to the old lady's house, and the cave will kind of like the bat cave kind of will just open up and then allow you passage through. And it takes her forever to come down the stairs, but finally she gets down there and she says, "Oh, did you find anything?"
Nope.
Some knickknacks.
Well, I hope it was worth it.
We'll use
Well, I will have
Pretty
you know, you don't have to worry about the shark anymore.
Oh, why not?
We defeated it.
Bullshit.
Rav. Dump a bag of the teeth.
Huge shark teeth.
Yeah, I'm like, dump out. Organizing by like,
God, you killed Obliterus.
pardon,
Obliterus.
isn't I?
That's what we called it.
Oh, that's nice.
I loved that shark.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
No, she says, that's what you get, you bastard. And then she taunts the shark a little bit, and she like wiggles her leg at it, and she says, you won't be biting anything else, will you? Oh, and I see you returned my machine in one piece. Thank you.
Quite well.
She says, you know what? You're not so bad. You're not so good either, but as long as you keep this handsome stud around, you can't go wrong.
Oh, you pointed
we
at
can do
Nick.
that.
I thought you pointed at Cat. I was like,
Points at cat by
yeah,
accident.
yeah. Yep. Putting my teeth back in my bag. This is gonna go nice on the bar as well.
We need to talk about that.
You see,
Talk about what?
a mounted shark jaw wouldn't look that bad on the wall.
Would, but we didn't get the whole
Yeah, we got the teeth, which is even better. I could wear a necklace.
job.
It's a
Would
lot
you
of
make me a
necklace.
necklace?
Alrighty then. So yeah, we will leave. Begin heading back to the tavern. Make sure it's still standing.
About this rat problem.
Yes, about the rat problem.
I have a solution.
Okay, what's the solution?
Convince the rats to show me where the trail began. Convince them that the lair of whoever did it has better food.
Why does it sound like you're reading that?
It does.
She's taking notes.
And in the end, I'm saving them from being poisoned. That is my speech to them.
Are we
Okay.
putting dibs on trophies right now? No, they're just mine.
So you're trying to convince them.
I will sweeten the pot and actually buy them some food.
Squeak squeaker McSqueakitson.
Squeak, squeak, squeaky.
Dost
squeaky.
thou have animal friendship?
I took a short rest on the way here, so yes.
Oh, well, they rolled really well. So they're not charmed by you, but your speech is pretty persuasive. They like food.
And
So-
not being poisoned, I hope.
And not being poisoned.
Hello, Nick coming with the script.
So,
Before we even made it to the
so,
dock,
in
I
the
had
back
this.
room of the in the back room of the Troll Skull Manor, you've got all these rats like
Just sitting
perched
there?
up.
Well, at least they're in the
Perhaps you could convince them a little better if you were a rat as well.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Well, none of that. You got to follow them. So,
Yeah.
rat form would probably be advised.
Okay. And they'll take you to the sewers.
Okay. So where'd this begin?
And then they say they just always find a trail of food from the sewers to the hole, like every night.
I guess I'll come back and let them know I'm doing a stakeout overnight.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Bartholomew comes in the room and nails a board over the hole.
TW said, I'm off to work. Have a good night, everyone, and thanks for an entertaining evening. Also, enjoy the rest of the session.
Oh, they
Well,
continue
have a
to
good
do
time
that.
at work.
Yes. You must be essential.
Enjoy your night.
And yeah, I will. I mean, do you want backup?
Yes. I do have a fire weasel.
Fire weasel?
I named him Zippy.
You decided on weasel.
Yes.
Does it still fly though?
Yes.
That's perfect. Yeah, I will. Let's see. Is there anything special about this amulet? I don't know if anybody has detect magic. I do not yet.
You're not quite sure. You can go get somebody to look at it for you then, if you like.
Go to our neighbor. Make
And
friends.
what was in the scroll tube?
It's a scroll. It's a.
Water
Oh,
God.
Huh?
Said
Scroll
water
of water
breathing.
Shark resistant. No, it's a scroll of revivify.
Ooh. Too bad we don't have any diamonds.
You don't need it.
You know?
Not for the scroll, no.
Oh,
Because
use
that's
that- use-
expended.
oh.
That's expended when they graft the magic onto the scroll.
They used the
Let's
diamond
hang
on
on
it.
to
Okay.
Can we get Eleonora or Kat to open the lockbox?
Yes. It will be a lockpick check. So dexterity, and then you can add your proficiency bonus if you're proficient with thieves'
What
tools.
the hell does that mean? You
So
have to
good.
explain in
So
English.
you
So
add the +3 and then
you
the plus
should
3
be.
again.
Eleanor
plus
should
6.
be proficient with thieves' tools.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you're
but what's
proficient
the
with these tools, you just
proficiency
add your
It
proficiency.
doesn't.
Oh, right there,
Yeah,
+2.
it's +2.
So it'd be
yeah.
plus
Wait,
5.
Be 2? Not 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2. My bad.
So sleight of hand. Yeah.
Other than initiative instead of proficiency.
In most cases, sleight of hands will work if you have these.
23.
22 and 23.
Wait, we'll have to see.
Oh, here we go.
It's like you get the last click and she pops it open.
So it pops open, and inside is a large pearl.
I know it.
Nice.
No, I didn't know it.
It's another rat.
What?
How would that have
And
gotten
it's
in?
eating the pearl.
It's like gnawing on it, like
It thinks it's like cheese.
Yeah.
Ralph,
It's a yellow pearl.
I am giving you that scroll
Okay.
because I can't use it.
All right. That's mine. Is that an eyeball? Oh, it's just a pearl.
It's a cracking eye.
It's a cracking eye. That still works. Now the Kraken knows where you are.
Who has me? Where am I?
Well, it was locked in the box, so I couldn't see where it was.
And then just
Now we-
magically.
now we can.
That'd be scary.
That sounds like a game book to me. I like it. Wonder, I'm writing it down.
Future DM notes.
How big is the pearl?
Stream open. Yeah, but we can just turn it on.
Open it up in a separate tab on the computer.
Yes, you can have more than one window.
I'm doing 3 right now, but there's-
I was told not to open a window in the submarine. Sure. Surprisingly, doesn't kick me out for having both open.
Okay, so you have this this big pearl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to go get the amulet like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Pearl and amulet.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the pearl is just a regular old expensive pearl, and then the amulet your Dragonborn mage friend will tell you is sadly not magical. But
So we get a pretty penny.
but it is very pretty, and so
Kitty.
all in all, the day's haul turns out to be 1,450 gold pieces.
Should stash that back for maintenance.
Fuck that! I want to pay the loan off.
Which loan?
Well, there's only one loan
Oh right.
to dabble.
Yeah. How much was that for?
It was $1,000 loan.
You're so
Should be $1,200 by now because it's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah. Okay.
And then I'll stash the other $250 aside for getting some warding done.
Sounds good.
All right.
So technically, it's all bar related.
Right. We can melt the pearl down to
Hunter Rat.
line the bar top.
Yes.
With the pearl.
You that night, you will witness some shit.
Just going down.
You said you boarded one of the holes back up?
Nah, that was a joke.
Okay.
You're like peeking through the hole to watch me.
You will witness.
Just like the bag.
But if it makes it more interesting for the story.
Nah, it's fine. You will witness little crumbs being dropped by one Dasher Snowbeetle.
What's that sound?
Oh, that's our. He works for us.
One of your halfling.
Oh, right, the one that was sleeping on the bar.
Huh. Can I turn back to normal and say you're fired? Just come back to you. Okay.
And that is where we will end the night. Now, of course, you guys would have talked to Raynor. Raynor would have passed along Vajra's thank yous. She did not send payment, but he assures you that her favor is good to have in the city, especially if there's any trouble to be had.
Well, it's not like it took a lot for us to get the dragon to go anyway. We ended up getting a lot of gold anyway.
Yeah, we
gained.
We exceeded my hopes for the outcome of this.
Yes.
I was hoping to get like a couple hundred gold to put towards the loan.
Yes, Istrid is very surprised when you pay the loan back. She says, no, business must be very good then.
That's a little side hustle we got going on.
No?
Is he suspicious?
She
Well, she hears side hustle.
well, she says, if you're looking for more work, just speak with Dabble and I'm sure we can get you on the right path.
Sounds good.
Will do.
She says, I already have a good feeling about you. I can tell you're going to do great in the city.
Flash forward to us getting ran out of the city.
And and that's it for the night.
I guess we could
Nice.
raise Gunstar Parrot.
Macho kitty.
Hello.
Macho kitty.
So we got 325 in the group fund. Plus 115 in donations.
But I want to
Hey, Macho.
No.
It's good to know Raph can be paid in bones.
Alex.
Paid in bones.
Macho kitty. Look how fat he is. He's so fucking huge. Macho, macho.
Did it go?
No.
Shit.
Oh wait, well it looks like it's going down, but.
I was about to say the bar's halfway on though.
Macho kitty.
Not the mic.
Don't lick the
Not the
microphone.
mic.
Dude, quit.
Are
Hey,
you
hey.
jealous,
Remy's like,
honey?
excuse me.
Don't bite the microphone.
And now he's making all this
Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and raid Gunstar now. Thank you very much for hanging out tonight.